Welcome to another DragonLance Saga gaming episode. Today is the 6th session of our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition DragonLance Shadow of the Dragon Queen live play. It is Brock, a Deep Cult, the 25th. My name's Adam. I would like to take a moment and thank the members of this channel and invite you to consider becoming a member by visiting the link in the description below, and you can always pick up DragonLance gaming materials using my affiliate link. Last time on Shadow of the Dragon Queen, the heroes were sent to explore a farmstead 18 miles east of Kalaman. There was supposed to be a report received from the residents. After days had gone by with no word, Marshal Vendry sent the heroes. Upon arriving at the farmstead, the heroes were set upon by a Dragon Army soldier and 5 hobgoblins. After defeating all but 2 of the hobgoblins, they surrendered. The heroes learned that bandits and mercenaries had been coming into the region to join the Dragon Army. It's said that the Dragon Army pays well, and that Dragon Army troops wear black armor with red flourishes, and the symbol of Takhisis the Dragon Queen adorns them. They received word from Darrett Highwater through the Fargab that he needed them back as soon as possible. Upon returning to Kalaman, they were briefed by Marshal Vendry and their need to recover a spy from the Vogler invasion force. The Kalaman military engaged the Dragon Army in order to distract them while the heroes entered and rescued the spy. With the debriefing from the spy ongoing, the heroes are offered some much-needed rest. Payne Woover from the Fishers Guild entered the following morning asking assistance with some water mammals in Kalaman's Bay. The Ulrich and Galabrand, 2 heroes absent today, agreed to go assist him. This leaves the 3 heroes that we have here today in their lodgings on the 4th floor of Castle Kalaman in the unused ballroom. Gentlemen, can you please introduce your character? Let's start with Arjan.
Yes, I play Arjan Ghhaleson, level 4 Battlemaster Fighter.
Nice. Bendix.
Bendix Glowstar, male human paladin, level 4.
Awesome. Fynn?
Fynn Berkel, level 4 ranger.
Level 17 badass. All right. Okay, gentlemen, so Bendix and Ulrich had taken off to go to the harbor to see what they could do to help out the Fishermen's Guild, and you guys are all just sort of kicking it, just sort of relaxing. You don't really have a lot of time in the mornings traditionally because, of course, there's an ongoing, I don't know, it's not quite an open conflict yet, but it certainly seems to be going that way. As you guys are sort of sitting here resting, Jaya Valdrews enters. He's like, Arjan, it's great to see you. How are you?
So far, so good. How's everything been holding up with the troops, Jave?
Well, everyone's doing pretty well. Darrett's doing a fine job of training everyone that needs training, with assistance from me, of course. I was wondering if I could impose upon you a request. I know it's been a while since we've talked, and we haven't really had a lot of time to catch up other than some, training session down on the beach. But I do have a bit of a problem, and it's something that I'm not able to address personally. Do you think you could help me with it?
You have to ask? Of course.
I really do appreciate it, mate. Well, the truth is, I have family that was escaping Estwild, and they were traveling this direction toward Kalaman, and there was actually a small caravan of people leaving with them. They were set upon by some Dragon Army thugs, and they said they were sort of monstrous. Anyway, most of the survivors got away with their lives, including my sister and her family. It's something that I would take care of myself, except I'm supposed to be helping Marshal Vendry prepare for another upcoming mission after we get debriefed fully from the spy that you all saved. Congratulations on that, by the way.
That was hard fought, not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, these are times that try men's soul, times of war, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, my request is... Oh, I'm sorry.
Just point me in the direction. We'll head right there.
So, according to my sister, it could be 18 to 20 miles east down the road that you had already traveled to meet the farmstead, just a few miles past that. But again, it is on the main road, and I don't know if there's any tracks or anything at this point. It'll take you most of the day to get there. We do have some horses that you can, the same horses you used last time to requisition. Honestly, what we're trying to find is who raided the wagons. If they're still alive, if they're still in the area, then maybe you could take care of it to prevent them from assaulting any other refugees that are fleeing Estwild. Is that
Probably
something?
more of those mercenaries. But of course, anyone else want to come?
Got nothing better to do. I'll tag along.
I'll attend as well.
I really
We'll
do
head out as
appreciate
soon-
your guys' help.
Of course, I'm always willing to help a friend. And in war, friends are in short supply.
Indeed. So he had estimated that it's approximately 18 to 20 miles out. Now, the farmstead was 18 miles or 13 miles out. So I don't know what you want to do with the far gap. If you want to leave it here, maybe leave one of them here for Ulrich and Galibrand, or if you just want to leave them both here and just go and take care of it yourself. How do you want to do this?
We'll leave one Fargad here at the city with Ulrich, and then we'll take the other one, just on the off chance it could be useful.
Yeah. Okay. Quick shout out to people in chat. Thank you guys so much for joining live. We appreciate you. Go ahead and let us know what you think about the adventure as it's progressing, choices that you would make, compared to what the heroes are making in the situations if they find it interesting. Chris, thank you so much for donating for the Canines for Warriors. I appreciate you, man. All right. So you can go down to the stables if you need to go to the clerk and pick up any like arrows or Fynn or any other sort of mundane weapons or anything to sort of refresh. You're welcome to do so. The horses are in the stables and they're ready to go. So whenever you're ready, we can head out.
I got everything I need. Might as well just head straight there.
Yep, let's head out.
I have everything I need.
Okay. So as you leave the city, let me show you some maps here so we can sort of get an idea of what we're looking at. So, of course, this is Vogler. About 20 miles is on the other side of this river right over here. So that's where they're going to be, you're going to be ultimately traveling. And, of course, you have Nightland and Dargard Keep right down here. And I mention that because it seems to be the perpetual storm that is rumored to, even though it flies in the face of reality, to be sort of hovering over Dargard Keep and Nightland in general. It seems to have spread. This sort of bad weather that has been spotty since the time that you've been in Vogler seems to have just coalesced into an all-out storm this afternoon. You're seeing lightning strikes in the far distance, and it's just completely windy, and it's going to, slow down travel a little bit. But if you do, in fact, not encounter any problems on the way, you should probably arrive sometime around 4-ish in the afternoon. Again, visibility is a little bit limited because it's storming, it's raining and everything. Sound is sort of limited on how far out it can go and stuff. Did you end up bringing the Fargabs or did you leave them?
Well, we left one here at the city and took one with us.
Gotcha. Who's carrying it, by the way?
Either me or Bendix, I think.
I can carry it.
Or yeah, you could probably carry it as well. It just depends on who wants the additional weight.
Right.
I'm usually sitting in the back anyway, so I don't have a problem.
Okay, we'll have him carry it then.
Okay. So the road, you've already traveled this road once, to and back from the farmstead that you about 2 days ago that you had visited. And at this point, it's pretty familiar to you. You don't really see anything other than people sort of traveling to Kalaman. You don't see any caravans or anything like that, but these are certainly people who they look sort of filled with despair or straight up concern. And in some particular cases, they look wounded and they're just sort of, keeping their heads down, not talking to anyone else, minding their own business, just trying to get to any semblance of safety. And really in this region, that is just Kalaman. It's sort of the capital of this area right here, this region. So ultimately, with the rain washing away, some of the road is completely flooded over. Hours go by and the rain is not abating at all, and it's getting a little bit worse. The cold air coming down from the Bay of Kalaman is only making it worse. It's making you infinitely colder. You're seeing some sort of like scavenger birds like kingfishers coming overland much further than they normally would. And as soon as you get to the river, you see that it is completely washed out. The bridge that used to be there that people would sort of transport past, it looks like it's completely decimated at this point. And the only real way to get around it would be traveling several days far south. So you guys are going to have to try to figure out a way of traversing this river and maybe trying to find the thinnest part of the river in order to get through it. So could I get a survival check, please? Or maybe a perception check as well from someone not doing a survival.
I'll do perception if someone wants to do survival. That sounds like Finn's thing, right?
Yeah.
I have a +2 in survival and a +4 in perception.
Bendix just got a 14. So go ahead and roll survival. And then go ahead and roll perception, Ajar.
Okay.
Why don't I have your name memorized yet?
That is a 9 in survival.
Right. Arjan.
I'll go ahead and roll survival just to assist. You can't.
After they're just sort of hands in the air, like, what is going on here? An 8. Yeah, you guys putting your heads together, you're having a hard time. It looks like maybe the best way for you to get across this river is to walk the horses across and hope that the current isn't too great. That's sort of the best you've come up with the rolls that you've given. So what do you think? You want to give it a go?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Okay. So you get off. The horses clearly don't want any part of this at all. So is there like an animal handling? Let me look at some of the skills here.
That's a skill. Yeah, it's a skill. Animal handling.
Let's do some animal handling for each of you to see how well you manage your horses as you're sort of trudging into this river.
Dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
9.
Okay. And Bendix got a 15. So, Bendix and Fynn, you're not really having any problem getting into this river. It's the water is coming up between at different parts of the river, your waist and your chest at this point. You know that this river gets infinitely thicker and it's really, really far across. Arjan, you're having a bit of a problem with your horse. It is not wanting to go further into the water, especially as the lightning is striking in the distance. It's a little bit freaked out just from the atmosphere itself. I'm going to need you to give me a strength check to try to hold on to your horse as it's actively trying to get away from you.
All right, strength check.
Oh,
21.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're like holding on as best as you can. You know, all of your personal weight and all your gear weight is helping you maintain this horse in its place, but it is clearly fighting and it's not really wanting to traverse this any further than it has to. You are sort of parallel to the remaining structure of the bridge that was ultimately washed out throughout this storm. And so as long as you maintain proximity to that, maybe that'll help you sort of, you know, keep the horse from absolutely bolting. But can I get another animal handling check from you?
All right, here we go.
Oh, wow. And a strength check again?
Can I assist him in any way? I see that he's struggling.
It's 24.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So yeah, you're noticing that his horse is really, really fighting with him at this point. So if you want to assist him, you know, maybe you could go over and try to calm the horse down with an animal handling check.
All right. Here's the roll. And score.
This horse is just having none of it. He's sort of freaking out, just like fighting in water, splashing, and sort of like pushing you down into the muck of the floor of the riverbed there. Fynn, do you want to try to help out at all? Because it looks like this animal is going to bolt.
Yeah, I'll help out. That's the 11.
Yeah, that's just not going to be enough. This horse ultimately is going to break through and snap the reins as it's sort of freaking out and fighting against you. You're doing your best to hold on to it, but within seconds, the only thing you're holding on to is a broken piece of the leather that sort of snapped off at the bit. And the horse is like swimming further, like deeper into the river, where it's actually having to swim rather than walk because it's so deep. What you all were hoping to do, I would imagine, is that once your horses start swimming across the deeper parts, you know, you're wearing armor, so you're going to be sinking. So hopefully you can like hold on to your horses as it's sort of treading water and getting to the other side. Unfortunately, now with one of them gone, and hopefully if you guys want to track it down after you get to the other side, maybe you'll be able to catch up with it. But
Yeah,
at this
that's
point,
the
one
plan.
of these horses is going to have to try to help two of you at the same time. So who wants to double up with the horses?
Um,
I'll do it. I mean, that would be.
Yeah.
Can I use athletics on a strength check to try to keep things together between the two horses?
Well, one of the horses. Oh yeah, between your two horses. Yeah. So let's do. if Gabriel rolls a good animal handling roll, then that'll be an advantage to you, and you'll be able to get advantage to try to, sort of work with the animal, and everyone will be able to get across together. But let's get an animal handling roll from Fynn really quick.
12.
12. Okay, so you're doing your best to try to help him out, but with two armored people, sort of leaning on one horse, it's actually causing more of a problem than it is helping. So can I go ahead and just get a standard animal handling roll from you, Bendix, please? Oh, woof. Yeah, this is getting really, really difficult. I'm going to need I don't know, what athletics or survival, whatever you want to do for swimming.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. And what'd you get, Fynn?
Athletics?
Yeah.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. That is a 9.
Okay, so you're having a hard time keeping your head above water, and you're swallowing a lot of this river water. There's sort of the rain and mud washing down with it. It's sort of turning it this sort of a brownish color. The river doesn't seem to be picking up speed at all, but with the constant rushing of rain and the constant sort of wild, what's the word? Not flashing, but just the animal freaking out in the river. It's becoming a real issue for you. So I'm going to need one more animal handling just to make sure that you are going to be able to.
If it makes any difference, I am wearing leather armor, not metal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it definitely helps with the weight. So animal handling?
21.
All right. So you all are able to, after about 20 minutes fighting through this river to try to get to the other side, trying to keep the animals under control, you finally get to the other side, completely drenched and just exhausted. You're just sucking wind. Your muscles you're nearly at muscle failure from having to, try to not only hold up your weight, but also keep control of the horse and keep your grip on the horse as the river is actively trying to push you downstream. And of course, gravity is trying to pull you down with those of you wearing armor that's heavier than leather. So you get to the other side. Are you going to try to track the other horse? What do you want to do at this point?
Yeah, we need to track down that other horse.
The horse classifies as a beast, correct?
Yeah, it should, yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Good thing. Beast is one of my favored enemies, so would I have advantage on tracking it down?
Do you have an advantage for tracking beasts?
Yeah. Wait. You have advantage on survival checks to track your favorite enemies, so yeah, I would.
Then yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Where is survival?
It should be at the bottom.
There you are. That was not an advantage. Was that an advantage?
So you'll just
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
That is so my higher roll is 7.
Oh wow. Yeah, you can't, like, the rain has been washing the mud. You can't find any tracks anywhere, and you've been searching for a good 15-20 minutes at this point. Do you guys want to continue trying to search, or do you want to continue on doubling up on a horse? How do you want to handle it?
Well, it's going to be very difficult to double up on a horse, especially with two really heavily armored people. So I think we should give it one more go, and then if we can't find it, we'll just continue on from there. We got people waiting on us.
Yeah, can I assist the ranger in trying to?
Yeah, give me a roll, and then I'll have him roll again.
Nat 20!
Oh, nice. Okay, well, I guess you didn't need a help. After about 20, 30 more minutes, he finally goes far enough downriver to where the horse came out, and he starts noticing the footprints, and he calls out to you, "Yep, I found it right over here, guys!" And you can track the horse. It'll take you about an hour and a half to get caught up to the horse, who at this point is sort of grazing a good mile and a half away from the river itself, just enjoying, and you can, on the map here, it's right around that space. So it's well away from the river. It looks like, whatever freaked it out probably the fact of the raging river freaked it out to cause it to bolt. But at this point, it seems pretty docile, and you're able to sort of walk up to it without any real effort and reclaim it. Now, you do have a broken bridle strap, so you can. I don't know. How do you want to sort of deal with that?
Can I just use some rope to handle that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some rope. So
Okay. So you take your rope and you tie it around, and I don't know. You probably just cut off the other half of the strap that was already hanging loose and stuff, and you sort of have a makeshift bridle for you, and you just sort of continue on. That was the most challenging aspect of this. But now that you finally get to the section of the road where you were supposed to have, where you were told, you're sort of guesstimating here, there was the attack. You do notice in the distance, about 600 yards further away, that there seemed to be like two wagons sort of tipped over, and you see signs of struggle all in that area. Once you get up there, I'm going to need you to do some investigating, so survival checks.
16.
can't see anything for the rain.
Yeah. So Bendix and Fynn are both doing a really good job of sort of checking the area. Bendix, you're noticing that there are, oh, I'm sorry, I was totally looking at the wrong one here. You notice that there are footprints. There are like these three-pronged clawed footprints with your really high survival roll there, leading to the woods in the south. And that would be about this spot right here. So
I wave Fynn over. I wave Fynn over, and what do you think?
It's three-pronged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like a bird, a three-prong, or...
No, this is like...
You guys did this before?
Yeah. These are like the creatures you've run across before.
Okay. We should probably follow it with caution.
Going by foot.
Let's follow it with caution.
Okay.
Jave said everyone got out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so and we're just supposed to try and find these skirmishers and take them out.
Yeah, stop them from harming anyone else.
Lead us. How fresh the tracks look?
It looks really old, to be quite honest. I mean, they're really indented. At this point, water is filling them up, which is probably why it was hard to find initially, but you just... maybe it's just because you're a little bit scarred from having to deal with these creatures. You just saw them and you immediately cited in your mind that's them. Those are those sort of lizard creatures, footprints that we've run across so many times in the past weeks.
Fynn, what's your stealth? You got a
plus, it is +7.
Oh, did you want to scout ahead?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll hand the far gab off to you.
The 210 men will be behind you here.
Oh, that is a nat 1. Oh.
Okay.
So I rolled 8.
You rolled an 8?
Yeah, because 1 + 7, 8.
Well, you rolled a natural 1, so. So as you're stealthily sneaking up, you end up stepping on probably the loudest twig that you've ever run across in your life. It was like a firecracker sound of a twig, just crack! And it probably just resonates a little bit louder in your head because you're the one trying to sneak. But whatever the case, you feel like you've been completely exposed and you start hearing, from the distance. Do you speak Draconic at all?
Let me check. I do not.
So Fynn, I'm going to move you to where you would have sort of broken that stick right here. So what you would notice when you were sneaking up, Bendix, you said you don't, or you do?
I do.
Okay,
I
you haven't snuck up on them yet, so you wouldn't be able to hear them.
I thought you were asking me if I spoke Draconic, and so I do.
Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind for sure.
Okay.
Fynn, as you were walking up and you hear it broke, you immediately heard the Draconic speak from in front of you. And if you look at the map here, you're looking like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, about 40-ish feet away from you. There's a camp that was a little bit more hidden behind trees and bushes than you expected. And you see that there are actually those lizard creatures set up down here. Now, it did take you about, about 25 minutes to get to this spot. So if everyone behind you was just standing and waiting, you know you need to hightail it to them in order to prevent facing whatever this is alone that you just alerted yourself to.
Yeah, I'm a take it back now.
Yeah, we could probably get concealment, but let's stay close. I think the range you can probably take distance, Fynn. But the two fighters we can probably keep close, and I can heal you too as well, Arjan.
Sounds like a good plan as any. They know we're here.
Yeah. So Fynn.
So it's going to take Fynn a bit to get back. You guys are just sort of sitting here. It's going to be about 40 minutes. If he's running on the way back instead of trying to stealth, then it's about, 30 minutes, 25 minutes before he gets there.
I'll stealth back so that it'll minimize the chances of them being immediately spotted.
Okay, well, since you just lured yourself, give me a stealth with disadvantage.
The lowest I got was a 17.
That's a great roll. Okay. So you feel like you're doing a pretty good job blending back in with all the foliage around you, but you're a little bit worried that now they are going to be on alert. They're not going to be able to be surprised at this point if you are going to go back to them. As you get back to the group, you see they're just sort of waiting for you, semi-patiently.
I'm going to inform them that I saw a camp ahead. Did I see how many Draconics were there or no?
With your one, you were a little bit more concerned about exposing yourself, and so you took off as quickly as you could, but you could guesstimate you probably saw 2.
Okay, I'll inform the others that I saw a camp with possibly of 2.
Okay.
We can certainly take that.
So what's your plan? You're going to just head down there?
They probably know where we're at. Well, I won't say they know, but they're on alert. So surprise has been. We're not gonna be able to surprise.
We might as well surround them and attack.
We could, yeah. I was thinking we could split up. You stay with me, Fynn, and then Arjan stay with me, and then Fynn, you maybe get on the opposite side. Just fling arrows.
So keep in mind that this is a forested area, so you're going to have to be able to draw a straight line of sight, not through any of the canopy of these trees and bushes and stuff, in order to shoot them with an arrow. They're just going to have concealment otherwise. In some cases, straight up cover. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult to stand off from the distance and just, shoot them with arrows.
I'm trying to. How do you do the dang pointer again?
It's a little ruler. I usually like to do no snapping, so you can just draw it from any point.
Got it. And then how do you ping certain areas again?
You have to have your select arrow selected, and then just click and left click and hold.
Okay. I mean, if you look right here, you got a good line of shot going all the way down. And just trying to look for areas, and then we can just draw them to us.
To be honest, I was thinking about either getting into this tree,
Okay.
this tree, or this tree.
What was the last tree?
Right there.
Yeah, you just want to get in a good line of shots. We can just draw them to us, and then use your stealth to get behind them. Or flank them too with some good shots.
If you guys are going to try to sneak up to it, I'm going to need stealth checks from everyone. If you're just moving, then go ahead and start to move, and I'll once you get to this spot right here, I'm going to have initiative. So move anywhere you want up until this spot.
Since my preferred environment is forest, would I have advantage in stealth?
In moving, does it say you have advantage in stealth?
Natural explorer, you have a favored terrain type. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills.
All right, well, there you go.
When you... Oh, so yeah.
It's just the proficiency bonus is doubled is all.
I'm gonna, if it's before we.
So that means I would have a plus 14 instead of a plus 7.
No. The proficiency. So
Oh,
you would
proficiency. Never mind. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah.
Thank you for
So you would
correcting
have a plus 9.
Okay, plus 9. Okay.
So
Thank you for
Arjan and
correcting me.
Galabrand,
I
are
would
you,
have made a massive mistake there.
or all
Before
Arjan
we-
and Bendix, are you two trying to stealth or are you just walking up?
We're gonna walk, but I'm gonna, before they break up, I'm gonna cast Bless.
I rolled a 23 for stealth.
Okay, where are you going to move?
I am going to... Right there's 30, so let's move here. Oh wait, we're not in combat, right?
Not yet.
No.
You're about to move
Okay.
initiative here. So you're stealthed right now. Stop moving, Fynn. You cast Bless, Bendix,
Mm-hmm.
and that's concentration, range 30 feet. So go ahead. Does that stay on you or does that stay in the area?
It stays with the. I could choose. You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range, and so
So range from you then. Is that
all 3 of us, right?
Yeah,
so
just with as long as you guys stay within 30 feet of Bendix, you'll be able to get the Bless benefit. Otherwise, you're going to end
Sure.
up losing it. Okay, as soon as you get here, let's roll some initiatives, everyone.
oh boy, I'm attacking last. I didn't roll. I didn't choose my thing. I'll just tell you the number I got. 4.
6.
Give me 1 second. Okay, so did you guys add yours yet? So Arjan's in there, Bendix.
I rolled a 6 on initiative.
Okay, what did you get, Bendix?
A 4.
And then Fynn rolled a 6.
Boy, I hope our attack rolls are better.
Okay, let me sort this thing. So Arjan got an 11. That's not terribly bad. Okay, so as you get to this point, Fynn, you're confident that you are completely concealed and that no one else is going to notice you. Your animal, however, isn't concealed. So if it's following you, just know that, you know, you're going to have to tell it where to go and what to do and stuff, but it's not hidden at all.
I'm going to have my boar follow the other 2, not me.
Okay. So then just make sure that on one of their move, you move your boar to that same spot. You know what I mean?
Will do.
All right. So which one is this? That's this one. So you see this draconian. Sorry, messing with these layers messes me up here.
Right in the back.
This draconian, as you guys feel like you're sneaking pretty well, jumps out of this tree and charges forward. And it's going to attack Arjan right here. So it gets 2 attacks with its short sword. The first one definitely misses. What's your armor class?
19.
So
The
second
green
one
number
ended up
above. Okay, the green number above Arjan.
Oh, perfect.
That says
Thank you.
19 is his armor class.
Appreciate that. So you end up taking 4 damage, piercing damage from the short sword. He jumps down, just uses his wings to propel him closer to you, charges up and slices at you once. You parry the second one, shocked this for the second attack, and it's just on. You guys know immediately that you are in the middle of this. It is your turn, Arjan.
Allow me to ask him a question. And we're going to. Yep, there it is. My axe, and then. Did it not go through?
I haven't seen anything.
Oh, that's weird. I don't.
Oh, a 9. A 9 is not
Yeah,
going to be enough, so he
so
easily parries it off.
Yeah,
Like,
9 plus 2 is 11. Yeah.
You will die, human! Die! Okay, are you going to move or anything, or is that your turn?
We're going to. Yeah, we got to keep this pace moving. So we're going to move to here, and stay within his reach, and then. Yeah, I don't like that. We're going to action surge to attack again.
Oh, okay.
Good job.
Of course.
No!
Well, hang on.
Well,
Bless.
Yeah, the bless. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit. So you move
Okay.
around to the side, he turns around to you, and you're just doing your best. You break through his natural defenses, cut him down. What's the damage?
8 points of damage.
Nice hit. Okay. So yeah, you can see he's a little bit angry because you got past his defenses, and he was pretty sure he had he had your number there. But at this point, is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn, yes.
Okay. So what you see now is this Draconian jump out of the tree line, charge up to you. Well, I mean, his movement. And immediately starts attacking you as the first one did with this multi-attack here. So you said it was 19. So they both actually ended up hitting. Comes up behind you, just slices you twice. You take a total of 8 damage.
Ow.
2 piercing attacks from the backside. He's like, I think we've got him! Yes! Kill him! He's super excited on these guys. All right, so that was Arjan, and then that was that Draconian. Fynn, you're up.
Okay,
Now,
the
you are hidden
boar,
right now, probably in the tree line or something.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and that gives him advantage now.
Well, your boar is not in combat, so just having someone there doesn't give advantage.
Oh.
You have to be in combat, right? They have to be like aggressors. If you want to have your boar make an attack instead of you attacking this turn, then he would have advantage for his next turn.
Okay. So I'm in stealth still, so they don't know I'm here?
Correct.
Okay. So 5.
What's your passive perception, Fynn?
Passive perception is 14.
Okay. So you're moving through the tree line at this point. These two do not see you as you pass between tree to tree. But you know that they're... Well, actually, you don't. You see these two, and you just probably assume that that's all there is.
Okay. And I am going to shoot an arrow at that one.
So firing into melee, is that disadvantage?
No, there's no penalty to shooting into melee.
Okay. I'm just gonna
That is 19 to hit.
A 19 does hit. So you're like, take a deep breath. You just sticks right to him. You hear him screaming, "Ah! There's someone in the trees!" And there's, just with their passive looking around at this point, you've totally exposed yourself by firing, and they notice you.
Okay, and I rolled 10 damage.
Whoa, that's a hell of an arrow.
5 plus 5.
Math. Okay. Great hit. You moved. You fired. Is there anything else you're going to do?
Am I capable of doing anything else? That is a negative.
Okay. So then the next turn is right here. Oh. Let me get to the right layer here. As soon as you fire, he notices you. He did not see you through his passive perception, but he moves over and he's going to engage with you. Not like that, though. He doesn't get to one knee. But he does charge up to you and he starts swinging. What's your armor class?
Damn. 16.
Okay, I see it in the middle there. So the first one misses just slightly. You use your bow to sort of parry off his attack, but that second thrust comes in right under your guard, sticks into your ribs, and you take 4 damage from piercing from this Draconian. And he's just like grinning at you. We heard you. We saw you. Now you'll die. Seem pretty confident. Okay. Bendix, you're up.
All right.
So you just see these guys jump out of the trees right down at you all, just surprising you. You had no idea that they were sitting there waiting and ready, and now you're just in the middle of it.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the guy that's just right next to me.
Okay.
I am going to use my Squire Solamnia. That gives me advantage to attack. If I hit, I can roll a d8 for extra damage.
He's flanked, so you get a +2 as well.
Oh, wow. So, okay. So, plus I'm blessed, so that's another 1d4 for the attack.
Wait, is flank advantage or is it +2?
It's advantage.
Okay, so then you have advantage, sorry.
So I have advantage. Okay. All right. Well, let me just roll to see if I even hit.
Yeah.
There we go. 17 hit.
Does hit.
Okay. 1d.
So as he's focusing on Arjan, after Arjan sort of broke through his defenses, he's really pissed off, just sort of hyper-focused, even though he knows peripherally that you're there. What was that?
So a 9 for damage, and then plus I can roll a d8 for my Knights of that's my Squire ability.
Go ahead.
Okay. Find my d8. Where are you?
Two more
So
damage?
Yes, that's 2 more damage, so 11.
Okay.
And then
so you've cut into him, and he is clearly hurt. Like you've hacked into half of his wing. It's sort of hanging off by its little fibrous sort of webbing, and the blood is starting to ooze out of the back side of him, like his flank side here. And he sort of looks back behind, just grins, like massive rows of teeth, and some of them are now just sort of blood is coming up as he's sort of coughing and hacking up. See like saliva bubbles mixed with blood coming out of his mouth.
Nice. So as a bonus action, I turn to Arjan. I use my Knights of the Crown Commanding Rally, and I give him an attack. So
give me an attack, Arjan.
If you hit, Arjan, roll another
Absolutely.
d8. Add that number to...
Don't forget the bless bonuses as well.
Yeah.
A 19 hits.
Okay, cool. And then you said an additional 1d8?
Yes.
So I need you to tell me, so it's 9 damage plus a d8? So how do you kill him? How does he die?
We're just taking his head clean off.
Okay.
I'm sorry. You're
So
gone.
he's like, wah, just chopping his head, just, and as his head is like leaving his shoulders, it immediately turns to stone. You see this gaseous sort of atmosphere start emanating from out of his body, and it's not just the smell of him. I'm going to need DC checks, Constitution checks, Constitution saving throw from Bendix and Arjan, please.
That's not a disease, is it? It's just...
No, it's unfortunately it's just a death throw. So 15, that's great.
Con saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh, add d4 too, because you're blessed.
Oh, he made it already.
All right, I might need it.
Oh,
So
no,
19.
you've got it.
Okay.
So you're sort of like covering your face a little bit. You've encountered this before, and you know that ultimately it would make you into stone as well for about a minute if you did in fact succumb to it. But you're able to fight it. Maybe your body's just getting used to it for whatever reason, just exposure and resistance. But again, it is actively raining, which is another reason why you were able to be surprised by these creatures. And the rain is probably tamping down on the gases spreading as well, helping you guys along. So great job in taking him out, gentlemen.
My movement.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that it?
What? Hang on. Could I move around? Sorry, you're not gonna be able to see this, but I want to flank him. So with my movement, can I go around that and get there?
Yeah, as
Okay.
long as you don't, once you enter his reach, as long as you don't leave his reach, you can move around.
Okay, so that's where I'm gonna.
Okay, so if you really wanted to flank him, you would need to be in this square because this animal is not in active combat.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so you just have to be on either side of that guy. Okay, and he is.
As I go around, I high five Arjan.
High five.
I do a spin.
High five. Nice. Okay, you spin around. That is your turn, and now we have some real problems.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay,
Whose turn is it?
it's this creature's turn here.
Okay. Oh dear.
So you see
2.1.
him just sort of step out, and this one. Let me show you guys what you're facing off against here because it's pretty fun looking. So first
Cows.
and foremost, you guys are dealing with the Baz Draconians that you have fought before, so you're familiar with what they look like. But now you actually see this different type of Draconian that you've never faced before come stepping out, and that's this Draconian right here. He's got a bit of a different color, so all of the Baz Draconians, you don't know them as that yet, but you see they all have this brass tint to their scales. This Draconian has a bronze tint to its scales, and you can clearly see it's manifesting some sort of arcane sorcery within it as it sort of steps out from its hiding spot behind the tree, and you just hear it whispering in this sort of arcane tongue, just barely audible to you all through the mass of the rain and the screaming and the guttural grunts of the creatures all around you in the combat. You see this and this cloud just permeates this entire area around. Let me show you the full extension here. So we're looking at 20 feet. Where is, I'll do a 20-foot circle. So 5, 10, 15, 20. So that would be like that, right? 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah. So you should see this cloud just sort of form, like swirling around every single person in this area, despite the rain even. It seems to be magically manifesting itself. So I'm going to need, let's see, this is a 20-foot radius, yellow nauseous gas. Every creature that's within the cloud at the start of the turn makes a Constitution saving throw against poison. So just know that that's in the mail there. So he moved out. He cast the spell. That is his turn. Arjan, you are up.
All right, Constitution saving throw. Let's go.
You got this.
That's a 20.
And his DC was, yeah, you definitely got that. So
Okay,
you're like,
all right.
oh God, what? It's like someone cracked open rotten eggs. It's just not it's not stopping you from being able to do what you got to do, but it's nasty.
Good grief.
Look up cats thinking about-
Magic user.
Yeah,
All
this
right, well-
creature right here, Bendix, looks like this creature right here. All the other ones look like this one.
It's a cool icon. Okay.
So
All right, well, I have to prioritize the closest target, so this one is going to get an axe to the face.
all right, let's see it. Prove it. Yeah, okay. Well,
No.
well played, sir.
And then
Yeah, it's
axe.
also affected by this stink too. So as it's like retching up a little bit, it's like, ah, you just come down. Ah! How much damage?
And we're going to use goading attack on it. That's not what I wanted to see, but
Can
hey.
you describe what that does?
Essentially, he now has to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 14. On failure, the target has disadvantage on all attack rolls against targets other than me until the end of my next turn.
No, he got a 1, dude. So he has disadvantage against you?
No, he has disadvantage against everyone else except me.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think you were the
Because
one.
it's basically me just going, yeah, you look uglier than anyone else's grandmother.
Yeah. Nice.
So he takes 10 total damage.
10 damage. Wow. So At this point, he is like sort of using his wings to stabilize himself from staying up. You're seeing like blood from the massive wound that you hacked into his sort of collarbone as you were trying to get into his head. And it's just bone is protruding out and blood is actively running down as the rain is just hitting it. It's spreading around and it makes it look infinitely worse and much more than it is. But you can see his eyes are sort of having a hard time focusing on you, as angry as you just made him, not just with the wound, but also the goading. You can tell he's focused on you as much as he can focus at all. He's sort of staggering at this point, not really in a good way. So what are you going to do? Is that it?
That was my
Entirety?
That was my first act. Actually, we got a caster on the field. That's right. We're going to second wind. I'm going to heal myself. 1d10 plus 4.
Nice.
So I get back 8 hit points.
That's great.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, and that's my turn.
Okay. Good turn. Okay, now it's this poor bastard's turn. He's flanked. He's in the middle of this stinking cloud. He has to make a Constitution saving throw. And he does not make the saving throw. So you can see it's just puking up anything that was at one time and then anything that's never been in its stomach. Just this bile and the smell is adding to the stinking cloud that's just sort of hovering in this area. It's making it very difficult not to start puking yourself. It's just unable to even get up or focus on you at all. He's just completely overcome with this. Creatures that don't breathe aren't affected. Really? That's a surprise. Okay, so that is his turn. Fynn, you're up, man.
Okay, my boar is going to have to make a con save.
Yep.
Constitution is +1. That is a 13. Oh, yeah, 13.
It's your blessed.
13 does do it.
Okay, cool. So the boar...
it seems to be fighting off the funk pretty well at this point.
The boar's going to flip a 180, 5, 10, and he is going to attack the caster.
Okay, I want to be clear that you're giving up your attack.
I know, but I do have a bonus attack, or bonus action.
Okay.
And... boar, medium... charge if they move at least 20 feet in a straight line. Was that 20 feet?
No.
That was 15.
Roll for your hit.
The board takes 7 damage. Okay. Tusk is +3 to hit. Okay. D20.
Draconian as this boar starts charging toward it. It's like, oh, no! Hey! Get this boar! Get the damn pig!
21 to hit.
21 does hit. He just runs up, just... What's the damage? This guy's screaming, ah! Get this damn boar off me!
I'm opening stuff that I'm not trying to, so that's a 1d6. That is 7 damage.
Wow. That's a strong little pig you got there. Yeah, it runs up, gores right into the creature's leg. It doesn't seem to really affect him as much as perhaps you had hoped, but it is hurt and it is angry at this boar for having done that. All right, what's your bonus action? Because otherwise you've got to move. And that's it.
I'm going to pull out my dagger and stab him.
So how is that a bonus action?
Dual wielding.
You have to be wielding. You are wielding a bow in order to do that. So you have to have one finesse in both hands in order to do wield.
Okay. Would I be able to pull out a hand axe and dagger and just drop the bow?
Yeah, Yeah, you just can't attack is all.
Okay.
Okay, and that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, so the creature in front of you doesn't know really what's going on. It's not paying much attention to what's going on behind it. It's just starts striking out at you with its 2 short swords. And your armor class was 16, is that correct?
Yep.
So the first short sword breaks through as you sort of drop and you're like pulling out your weapons. It stabs its short sword into your gut. You take 4 damage.
Okay.
4 piercing damage. And then I'm going to get these guys off the board here. Okay, that's better. And that's pretty much its turn. It's sort of, looking around, checking the situation out at this point, but it's got you in its primary focus. Bendix, you are up.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Is that little fog cloud a concentration spell?
No.
Okay.
It's a set it and forget it spell.
Let's see here. Do I have to make a save before I do anything, or?
Constitution save, please.
All right. If I need to, I'll add my D4. I'm blessed. So there's nothing. 21.
Yeah. You're having a hard time fighting through the stink of it all and watching this other draconian just vomit up bile and blood. It's really upsetting, but it's not stopping you from doing what you got to do.
Do I have every turn I have to make a save when I'm
if
in
you're
the cloud?
within this circle?
Okay. Alrighty. How's this guy looking next to me?
He looks hurt as hell. Like Arjan messed him up with the last axe wound, but you can tell he's having a hard time dealing with the stinking cloud. I mean, it's just completely incapacitating him. There's blood everywhere. It's sort of pooling now. This sort of sandy, muddy spot that you're in at this point is now just permeated with blood as it's just sort of pooling all over you and around your feet.
Okay.
So wouldn't it have taken 20 damage from 10 from the arrow and 10 from Bendix?
Bendix
Oh,
doesn't do any damage
I
yet.
haven't touched that guy yet, I don't think.
Arjan? I meant,
I'm sorry, what?
wouldn't that Draconian taken 10 from me and 10 from Arjan?
Yeah, he has.
Okay.
All
They have
right.
a lot of HP.
Yeah, they do.
Thank you, boys.
They
Yeah.
are tough. Do I have advantage if I'm behind him still? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm just gonna turn an attack.
Okay.
17.
A 17 does hit him.
Okay.
I mean, he's not even really able to defend himself very well. He tries his best, just sort of like moves around, but he can't. He's affected by the stinking cloud. He's nearly dead already. So what's your damage you're doing here?
Just 1d8 plus 5, so 6.
Tell me how he dies.
I just right through his chest from the back, and then
Shrink! As you
sure.
pull your sword out from his corpse that has been dead before it hits the ground, it starts leaking out that gaseous funk. And I need you guys to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
These guys.
Arjan and Bendix.
7. This doesn't look good. Hang on.
Doesn't.
Great. I need to roll D4. Where are you, Mr. 4? There you are. Oh boy, an 8.
Okay. So you do not succeed. What did you get, Arjan?
14.
Okay, you did succeed. So what you notice, Bendix, is that you are now, the term is called restrained. So basically it means your speed is 0. You can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Your attack rolls against any creature that have advantage, attack rolls against the creature have advantage. So anyone attacking you has advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So you have disadvantage on everything for your next turn. Let's see, the creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws as well. So you feel yourself starting to slow down, and that petrification gas is starting to take over your body. If you don't, if you're not able to fight through this, you're going to turn to stone, just like the Draconian, who is now sort of just laying on the ground as a sort of broken statue looks.
Okay.
Great job on killing him. Okay, so you have a 0 speed, so you couldn't move if you wanted to. Next is the Bozak. So you see him. He just got gored by this pig, and he's looking up at you two. He's willing to sacrifice the dealing with the pig right in front of him as he casts a web out straight at you. He whispers under his voice, "On Tarzan Milasani!" And he just sort of like white swirly ball comes out and he just splats out in the middle of all of you, or of you two anyway. Let me see here. Let me get the details of this spell. So it's a massive, thick, sticky webbing. It's 20 feet, so it's the exact same radius that you're in right now. I need each of you to give me a dex. Wait, what save is it? Each creature that starts its turn in the web or enters them has to make a dexterity saving throw. So yeah, you were already at a disadvantage against dexterity saving throws from being resisted, Bendix. At the beginning of your turn, Arjan, you'll have to do a dexterity saving throw and a constitution saving throw. That was his turn. He's not going to move away from this boar because he's afraid this boar is going to gore him again if he does. And so that's kind of it for him. Next is Arjan. Dexterity saving throw first.
Dexterity saving throw first.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 9.
Oh, no.
I think I'm caught in the webs.
So you are restrained as well. So you're suffering the same effects that Bendix is already suffering.
And then the Constitution save.
Yeah. Oh, that was. You're like sucking this in, this stinking cloud in. Like, this is the best you got. This is like my brand. I like the smell.
So I'm restrained. I can't.
So if you want to use your action to make a strength check against the spell DC, you can see if you can break it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that. Strength check. 18.
Nice. So as you like feel yourself completely contained by this web, you just start like wrapping your fingers around it and just ripping it apart, and you actually see it ripping out off of you. You do that for your entire turn, and you're pretty much free of its sticky effects at this
Gotcha.
point.
That's my turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Next up is Fynn.
Okay, I'm going to use my hand axe on the Draconian in front of me.
Okay.
22 hits, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. You break through his defense with it and just hack right into his arm.
That is 7 damage, and then I'm going to use my dual wield to use my dagger. Does 11 hit?
No, it does not. So he's able to use his shield to sort of block. He actually doesn't have a shield, so it's just the icon that has a shield. He uses his short sword to block that second dagger attack as he's sort of like leaning back against that cut that you just gave him on his arm. 7 damage is a pretty healthy cut. All right, so what else are you gonna do?
That is all. I'm gonna stay within the opposite side just in case he uses any projectile.
Right. Okay. So that's your turn. Is the Baz in front of you? He's going to make 2 sword attacks at you. And what was your armor class again?
16.
Neither of them hit. He like comes in at you, and you're just using your dagger and your axe to sort of parry them off and swing them around and just avoiding all of his onslaughts. And you can see he's getting frustrated, just die already! Come on! And you're just able to sort of push him away. Bendix, you're up. I need a dexterity saving. Well, hold on. We got a couple things we got to do here. You're already restrained, so on us, let's see. Strained creature must repeat the saving throw at the end of its next turn. So at the end of your turn, I'm going to need another saving throw to see if you're fully petrified or not. Let's do a dexterity save. Well, that's not going to matter because you're already restrained. So the web is not really going to have an effect because you're already restrained. But I'm going to need a constitution saving throw to see about the stinking cloud. Oh. Yeah, you're just like you guys must be like funking up that ballroom that you're sleeping in because you're just used to this stench. You're just like
Inhale it.
It's like blue velvet or something. I love this. Yeah, it doesn't affect you at all, but you are restrained. So you have a 0 speed. Is there anything that you can do for your turn here?
Yeah, maybe I can't attack. I mean, I can't throw a javelin.
If you want to throw a javelin, you can do that. It's a disadvantage though, because you are
Can I
restrained.
break out of the?
No, the web itself isn't what's restraining you at this point. It's the petrification gas.
Okay.
And
And
you've already lost that fight for that turn.
Oh, so it's just I have just to wait for it to wear off now.
Yeah. You're gonna have to give me another roll at the end of your turn to see if it gets worse.
Oh no! All right. I think that's it for me. Hang on. Actually, no. Let's see. Where are you, Arjan? Did you move at all up to the?
No, he's right there.
Not yet. Not yet. I wasn't able to move.
I'll just
Web.
use my bonus. Actually, you know what? It would just be a normal roll then if I use my squires, because that would be an advantage. But to use that ability, if I used it, would it
No,
just...
because you are still restrained. I mean, using an ability that would give you advantage when you actually have disadvantage, I don't think it comes out in the wash like that.
Right. Excuse me.
Wouldn't it just be regular roll?
No, I think because you have disadvantage, any
that's
attack
what I
is
was
disadvantage.
So, okay, I'm not running by you. No worries. I'll just use my Knights of the Crown, a commanding rally. I'll use my last one, my bonus action then. I'm gonna give it to Fynn.
So you're calling. So do you have to be in sight or just sound?
I have to be crap. I have to be 30 feet. I don't think I'm 30 feet.
5, 10, 15 you are.
No. Oh, okay.
So
So-
Fynn, take an attack.
Okay. 14. Does that hit?
That's exactly what you
Plus
needed to
2.
hit.
So, all right.
That's awesome.
Okay,
Extra
and
D8
that is
damage.
8 damage. And am I able to do my bonus action for the dual wielding?
No,
No,
it's just one
this
attack.
is just
Just one attack.
Okay. That is 8 damage right there.
Yeah,
Roll
you
another
cut
D8.
into him. He was completely unexpecting it, and you can tell he's sort of getting worn down, but he's still on his feet.
Did you roll an additional D8?
I did not.
Yeah, do it.
Is that to hit or for damage?
For damage. So
And that's
they
from
make one attack roll as a reaction. If the attack hits, the ally can roll. Let me move this around here. Roll
That
a
is
D8 to add to the number rolled as a bonus to the attack damage roll.
and that's
that is
that squire
a-
ability, right? The crown ability.
Yeah, this is when I got level 4, so I got
Gotcha.
that was
Okay.
and that is a total of 11 damage.
die.
So it was 7 the first time, 8, 9, 10, 11, 19. Yeah, so you can tell this dude is really hurt at this point. He is still on his feet. He is still moving around, actively trying to dodge and parry and riposte as best as he can. But he is bleeding out and he is hurting pretty bad.
I got a question for you here, Adam. Are
Yeah.
these fiends?
Are they fiends? It says medium monstrosity is their type.
Okay. Yeah, they're not fiends then. I think fiends are more like the
Like
little deep.
hellish or something, abyssal.
Okay. Just checking. Do I have to make my con save now?
Now you need to make another constitution save, yes.
All right. And high roll, please. Oh, yeah. I am petrified.
Okay.
Well, that's fun, guys.
The creature restrained must repeat the saving throw at the end of a turn. On a success, the effect ends. Otherwise, the creature is petrified for 1 minute. So this means that you are transformed, along with any non-magical objects you are wearing, into a solid inanimate structure, fully
Oh my
stone.
God.
You are incapacitated. You can't move or speak, and you're unaware of its surroundings. So any bonuses that you had that were given anyone else is gone. Your attack rolls against you have advantage. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. You have resistance to all damage, however, and you're immune to poison and disease, although poison or disease already in the system is suspended, not neutralized. Okay, so
All right, so
you just turned to
fly
stone.
on top of my head, land and shit on me too.
Oh, God.
Pigeon.
Vindictive pigeons live in this region. These skyfishes are really bitchy. All right, so it's the Bozak's turn. So he sees you completely solidify and turn to stone. He grins. He's like, "You are next. You're going to die." And you see him just whip his hand out, mutter one arcane word, and lightning strikes out from his fingers twice. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for it here. I want to make sure it's twice here. Ranged attack. It is one. Oh, yeah, 2 lightning discharge attacks. So you see it just stretch out, mutter an arcane word, and 2 attacks over. I think only one of them ended up hitting you. Not even one hit you. So even though you're in this sort of, restricted web, you're able to break free in time to hear it calling out to you, hear the arcane magic, and you're like ducking and dodging as these lightning bolts just go right past you. They're sparking in the atmosphere from every time the rain hits it as it's moving forward in its trajectory. It ends up hitting some tree, and you just hear some sort of fires start and then just sort of ignite, fizzle out from the rainfall. And it's standing there calling out to the other Draconian, "Finish him! We've got to kill the warrior! Kill him!" Arjan, you are up. So you're in the steam
people
cloud.
sound terrible at parties, like for real. All right, so we're gonna.
So you're in the web still. So I'm gonna need another dexterity, another constitution.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So dexterity save. That's a 20. And
Oh yeah,
you're
good.
Save. Okay.
Yeah, you're set.
All right, so we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna go there.
Okay.
Oh, hang on, wrong button. And then we're gonna go to there, and then we're gonna go to there. That look good?
How do you mark it like that?
You push Q.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Oh well.
You could have just done that too, but.
I don't know. I just wanted to get out of the web as soon as possible.
No, I think.
So I'm gonna flank him, and then we're gonna try and kill him.
You can do it.
Because he's being annoying.
Finn's been doing a good job fighting him off, so.
Okay, so that's a 19 to hit.
That hits him, absolutely. You can see he's already hurt pretty bad. Fynn has been messing him up just a little bit at a time.
7 points of damage, and
that's it, man. That kills him. How do you kill him?
Coming up behind him, I just lop his head off too. I'm wielding a giant axe, so.
Okay, so I need Constitution saving throws from both of you, Fynn and Arjan.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's a tie, so you win. So 11 is good. What'd you get, Fynn?
I have a -2 to Constitution, and I rolled a 2, so that is a 0.
Yeah. You immediately inhale this sort of gas that's emanating from it, and you just feel restrained, and you just feel your joints tightening up, and you just saw what happened to Bendix, and now the panic is starting to flood your mind, like, oh no! Oh, I'm going to turn to stone! Oh my gosh, I'm going to die! Sort of freaking out.
No!
This thing just crumples down after you kill him, and just crumbles as it hits the ground. The water is sort of making this sort of clay mixture on the ground. This creature is having a hard time sort of rationalizing what's happening now. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. Hey, how about we have a conversation about this? Maybe, perhaps you could just walk away and we'll just call this a draw. Fynn, you're up. Oh, you're restrained right now, so you can't move. Anything you do has disadvantage.
Am I able to reach my bow?
You dropped it. Yeah, you can't move, but you can... Yeah. You can still attack, so that tells me you can pick stuff up.
Okay. So you said disadvantage?
Yes. Creature has disadvantage on... Oh, wait, hold on. A restrained creature's speed becomes 0 and can't benefit from any bonus or speed. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So yeah, disadvantage.
Okay.
And what are you trying to do?
Shoot an arrow
at this guy? The Bozak?
Yeah.
So he has concealment from you through the tree line here. So you're going to have a -2 on top of disadvantage.
So does 12 hit?
A 12 does not hit.
Ah.
So he sees you as you're sort of drawing it back, and you can feel your joints are like cracking as you're pulling it back. You loose the arrow, and he's just like moves aside. You're going to have to do better than that. But again, we can make a deal, boys. Come on. No hard feelings. And that's kind of your turn. I mean...
Yep. That's the end of my turn.
So let me look at this, because I don't know if it's at the end. So after killing the creature that restrained you, at the end of your next turn,
which
Because
should be right now.
is your next turn after it was gotten. So I need another Constitution saving throw from you.
Oh, that is a 17.
Okay, yeah. You feel the effects starting to leave your body. You're just able to fight it off a little bit. Dopamine is flooding your brain as you're like, okay, I'm not going to die. Okay. And that is your turn. Bendix is out of it. It is this guy. He knows he's pretty screwed at this point. And if you guys didn't say anything back to him, he's going to cast a spell, and you see him completely go invisible. There we go. So let me double check on invisibility and make sure it's effects here. Creature you touch becomes invisible. Anytime the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the person. The spell ends for a target that's attacked or casts a spell. One action, illusion, 1 hour. Okay. So invisible creature is impossible to see without the aid of magic or special sense. For the purpose of hiding, the creature is heavily obscured. Creature's location can be detected by any noise it makes or any tracks it leaves. Attack rolls against the creature have disadvantage, and the creature's attack rolls have advantage. So you just see him disappear. You don't really know what happens to him at that point. Let me go here. It's a little messed up because you guys can see the GM overlay if you're looking in Skype, but for the sake of this, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, the actual overlay is what I'm paying attention to.
Same.
Okay, so that is its turn. Arjan, you are up.
All right, well, we're gonna go to here, and I'm gonna try and see if I can't locate him, like maybe tracks or maybe like seeing the outline of him where the rain is hitting him or something.
Okay, give me a survival check to see about well, I don't know. What do you think that would be? Because you can't perceive an invisible person, but you can try to attack the spot where they were. The thing is, you're standing in the spot where he was, so you know he's not there anymore. So if you're going to search for tracks and try to like locate him, give me a survival check. Oh, you did.
Yeah, it's 11.
So 11. Yeah, it is. It's way too heavily obscured with the rain and everything. You're not able to get any good indication on where he is at this point.
I guess I'll just call out and just tell him, "Wow, what a coward!"
Yeah, he was trying to make a deal with you before.
I was waiting until it was my turn.
At this point, that creature is not going to try to attack you again. So if you're not going to try to continue following or tracking him down, we can end initiative. I just need to know what you guys want to do.
I'm going to attempt tracking it down.
Okay,
Yes.
so go ahead and give me a survival check.
Survival, and that is going to be a 8.
Yeah, you can't see anything. It's just, the weather and his invisibility is just too much for him.
Yeah, forest, invisible, raining. It's practically impossible, to be honest, but yeah. Okay, we tried.
All right, after a minute, Bendix, you come back to. You sort of shake off. You're just like, oh, whoa. You feel a little gross and sick from any residual stink that was around you before, but all of the blood that was sort of splattered on you from murdering those poor defenseless draconians is washed away, and you guys are feeling pretty good.
Yep. Search the corpses, search the camp.
Okay, so the corpses that you do end up searching, you can find, give me 1 second, you can find approximately 120 gold pieces in the camp area with the tents and, in their bags and stuff, and food equivalent for like 60 days worth of ration. And you also see this little globe that, here, give me 1 second, let me move you guys back over to this map.
Are we talking like one of those like Christmas globe things, or
So
are we
this
talking
small
like
sphere is thick glass. It weighs about 1 pound. And it just looks like this little glass globe. I don't know how it works with items. Like you have to identify magic. Like how does that work?
Arjan has 0 training in magic, so he's just looking at this going, well, I'm keeping this.
Yeah. What about you, Bendix? Do you have? Oh, no, you're not arcane. You're divine. So, this, as far as you guys understand, this is just a globe. It does look valuable. It looks interesting. You know, it definitely doesn't look like just some kid's toy or something like that. But ultimately, it's it's confusing.
Are we camping out or what are we doing? Because I think I have detect magic. I don't know if I have identify though.
If you have detect magic, you can cast it.
I don't have it. I don't have it prepared though.
So on the next long rest or something like that.
Okay.
So have you guys been marking down the money and stuff that you've been finding? Is someone keeping track of that?
That was the druid that was doing that.
Ulrich? Okay, well for this, remember you guys have 120 gold pieces, 60 days of rations, and this globe. Just keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, this does seem to be the people that assaulted, you follow their tracks here. So one of them got away. But other than that, like you did your mission. You completed it. So you can go back to your horses and head back to town if you want. Or if you want to do anything else while you're out here, it's up to you.
I mean, we already thoroughly checked the area.
Yeah. I mean, with their scouting, with their tracking survival, they couldn't find anything else in this area.
Are we able to bring back the tents and other stuff so that it'll just be more supplies for the people of the town?
If you want to break down tents, you can.
I was thinking of selling it and get more money.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Well, we'll grab whatever the horses can carry, and then we'll head back because the town might need us. Fynn, check as we get closer. Check with the horn and make sure they don't need us.
Okay, I'm going to head. I'm guessing you guys put the Fargab down?
You were carrying it, so.
I said I passed it off to Bendix.
Okay. So Bendix was probably carrying it, so.
Yeah, at this point, you guys are like 20 miles out, so it's a little bit beyond its reach. But once you get within, you can start trying to call and stuff.
Yeah, so we'll head back towards the city with all the stuff that the horses can carry.
Yeah. So you guys travel back to that river, and you remember the river.
This place.
It's actively raining. It is even muddier. The river hasn't picked up speed at all. It's still just sort of the same rush that it was. But, are there any other ways that you want to try to resolve this thing, or how do you want to get across it?
Is there any way we could is there any loose trees or anything that we could toss in there to maybe slow it down a little bit or make it less dangerous to traverse? Maybe we,
Yeah, give me an insight check.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Man, I am so tired.
Yeah, you have no idea. You're just you're reflecting on what it was like the first time. You're like, we're screwed. We can't get over this. So, anyone else want to give it a go?
I'll assist with the insight. Well, and since we are in forest, okay, I'll do my own. Since we are in a forest, that's an additional. So that's.
You're not actually in a forest here. You're next to the river, which is more of a plains territory here. But.
Okay.
You're right here at this point.
I rolled a 11.
Okay, so there are trees that you guys could probably cut down and even sort of make some sort of reconstruction of the bridge enough to get past without having to go into the water. It is going to take you about 3 hours in order to span that distance and traveling the wood and stuff like that. But if you want to do it, you can do that.
I feel like it's our best shot because trying to cross the river again is, especially with a horse that already says nope. So that's probably our best bet.
Yeah. Okay. If no one disagrees, then the next 3 hours is just back-breaking hard work. You're using your axe to cut trees down and split them and lay them across. You're using any sort of binding, maybe even some of the supplies that you took from the Draconians' encampment in order to wrap the logs in place. Ultimately, you are able to get your horses across it, and you've sort of hastily reconstructed this bridge for this point. So anyone else who comes across will also be able to get across it as well. So that's a service, you get a little merit badge for that probably. Once you get within that distance of 18 miles, did you want to reach out to Kalaman?
Yes.
Yeah.
So where did you leave the other Fargab with? In the room?
We left it with probably
Jan?
Ulrich.
Oh, Ulrich. Okay, yeah. So I mean, if you call back to it, he's not actively listening to it. He's involved with what he was doing beforehand, and that's taken him completely, all of his attention and stuff. So you're not getting any response back.
Okay. All right. Well, it's probably not. There's probably nothing urgent going on, but we still need to get back to the town then.
Yeah. So it takes you a few more hours, and you will eventually get back to town. Again, it's raining, and so you get to that sort of tent city that's right on the south side of the town, and people are, interested in what you were doing. They're like, how was the land? What did you guys come across? Did you find, rumors spread? Did you find the people that were attacking the road?
Mm-hmm. We found them and we took care of all but one. One managed to get away.
The heroes, they're heroes. People are like clapping you and like sort of patting you on the shoulder. Great job. As you enter that the town, you head back to the stables. You go back to the castle.
Yeah, we got to drop off the horses at the stables.
Yeah.
I'll pay for a replacement bridle for that horse because that one broke.
Yeah,
so
you don't really
it's
have to worry about it. They're just glad that you took care of the problem, and wear and tear is expected. On these sort of
Okay,
outings.
that's fair.
So,
That's fair.
They thank you for the offer, but we can handle this. It's quite all right. We've got it. Anyway, so at this point, you guys are going to be summoned by Derek Hightower. So I need to know if you guys want to take a break before we get into the next big deal.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a break to just use the restroom real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a break really quick, everyone watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's 5 minutes maybe, and we'll be right back with you. Have a great one. And we are back. All right, so as you're dropping off the horses and talking to them about the barding and stuff, you see Jayev come up behind you. How did it go?
Oh, we managed to take down 3 of their lackeys that were causing problems. They had a small encampment in the forest near the road.
What were they?
They were the lizard things, the winged lizard things.
Right.
The ones that try to turn people to stone the moment they die. They had a mage with them, and unfortunately he managed to get away with more arcane trickery.
They can cast spells that are magical?
Some of them are.
I mean, I assume they had some sort of magical power simply just by their nature, the abominations they are, but...
I'm noticing that the ones with different colors seem to have different abilities.
Right.
Because a lot of the ones that we killed were all of one color, but only the mage had a different color. I'm not sure if that means anything. But...
Interesting. Well, I'm sure there's some information that we can be gleaned from understanding these various types of creatures. I wish we knew what they were called. I think lizardmen is a fair reference to them, but they seem infinitely more than, say, a traditional lizardman or a Bakali or something like that. Anyway, I do really appreciate you helping out, and just for the sake of taking care of the problem on my behalf, I'd like you to have these. And he hands you 2 potions. He's like, these are for healing.
All right, I'll make sure they get put to good use.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much. We did find this one other thing, and I show him the orb, and it's like, I don't see this being the sort of thing that troops would carry with them, but I have no idea what it is.
Right.
Do we have any sort of someone from the Mage Tower here that could look at this, or?
Well, there might be a couple different places you could check out. There's Malura's Oddities. It's a small shop on the east end of town. There's also Wyon's Apothecary. It's supposed to be some sort of wizard's, I don't know, ingredient house. I don't, like a grocery store for wizards, I suppose. But perhaps one of those 2 might know what that is.
Might as well check out both then and ask around.
All right. Well, good luck to you on that, and whatever you do, be back here not too long. Quite frankly, we have to have a meeting. There's another operation that I was training for that helping prepare for. We got to deal with here.
We'll make sure we're there.
All right. Okay, so just so you guys know, let's get to this screen. So the apothecary, called Wyon's Apothecary, is right here. And Malura's Oddities is right here. So which one do you want to go to?
Which one was the grocery store for wizards?
So that was Wyon's Apothecary right here.
Okay, I'm gonna go there because that sounds like the best lead.
Yeah. Okay, so you enter in, and there doesn't seem to be anyone at the main entrance of this sort of storefront. There's about a 6 by 8 foot area that you can walk around in, and it looks like there's pictures all over the walls of different roots and herbs with name references underneath them for identification and such. There's some tapestries with some historical sort of artwork. You see like these 5 different towers sort of reaching up into the sky. It really doesn't mean anything to you. But ultimately, after you've been in here for about 20 seconds-ish, you hear from behind a curtained off space, "What can I do for you?"
Yeah, I'm looking for information about this.
You see this woman come out from the front, and she looks like... Well, let me see. Let me show you what she looks like, just for fun. So this woman comes out from behind. She's wearing a black robe. "My name is Wyan. What is yours?"
I'm Arjan Ghhaleson. I'm one of the mercenaries that are assisting with the city's defense.
"Well, I suppose I should thank you
the
for keeping
thing.
us safe. What can I do for you?"
We fought some of the enemy earlier today, and their camp had this. And I show her the orb.
She puts her hand out to take it from you if you put it in her palm. She looks at it, and you just see her just sort of move it around in her hands. She whispers some arcane words. You see it start sparkling, and her eyebrows sort of arc up a little bit. She's like, very interesting. And where did you say you got this?
It was in one of their camps.
What are these them? What are they?
The monsters that have been that are planning on attacking the city.
The monsters. You must mean
They're-
the Draconians. They do have
Is
a
that
name.
their name?
Yes. Well, us mages from the Orders of High Sorcery have been doing our own work, trying to figure out what these creatures are. It seems that they were created some arcane magic, some vile sorcery that is even beyond my best efforts. This, however, looks more like a tool than a weapon. As she puts it on the table, she grabs some ingredients, she sort of crumples them up in her hand, creating this fine mist that sort of falls down as it sort of lands on top of this little globe figure thing. It starts like emanating this sort of aura off of it, and she's, oh yes, very interesting. Okay. What you have here is called a drift globe. So let me give you the information on that really quick. So a drift globe. Can I just put this in the display in VTT? Oh, it just shows the image. So this is a small sphere of thick glass, weighs about 1 pound. If you're within 60 feet of it, you can speak a command word and cause it to emanate light or daylight spell. Once used, the daylight effect can't be used again until the next dawn. You can speak another command word and as an action to make it the illuminated globe rise into the air and float no more than 5 feet off the ground. The globe hovers this way until you or another creature grasps it. If you move more than 60 feet from the hovering globe, it follows you until it's within 60 feet of you again. It takes a short route to do it, the shortest route to do it, and if prevented from moving, the globe will stick gently to the ground and become inactive, and its light will wink out. So it's actually kind of a cool little item, to be quite honest. But she tells you, now, after you know what it does, I think perhaps a steal is in order for my assistance.
Certainly. How many gold pieces is steel again?
We can just do one for one as far as the game goes.
Okay.
Because they don't
Yeah,
do
I'll
a steal
definitely.
in this.
Actually, I'll give her 2.
So thank you very much. She quickly sort of palms them before you even realize that they've been off the table. She tells you, is there anything else I could do for you?
No, that was it. I just needed to know what this was. Maybe if it was a weapon or means of communication or something. But if it's just a means of producing light, well, that's useful on its own, I guess.
Indeed, I believe it is. I wonder, you are new to town and you came with some others. I've been expecting a wizard for some time and he hasn't returned or he hasn't arrived. I was told to expect him as this a half-elf, a dark elf of sorts, a magic user. Was he traveling with you?
That was
Merrick.
what was it? That was Merrick. He was with us for when we got to Vogler. And what happened to him when he?
As far as you know, he was probably captured after the Battle of High Hill, or something happened to him. Like, you guys went out to sort of go watch, and you sort of saw the aftermath and everything. He stayed behind to help clean up and stuff, but he never returned.
Unfortunately, I don't believe he managed to escape the Battle of Vogler. He may be in the clutches of these draconians.
Interesting. Well, if you see him, tell him he is tardy.
I will definitely give him that notice. Thank you.
Have a good day. And she turns
You
around
too.
and walks away.
And I will walk out of this weird place.
Yeah, the smells that you were getting in there, very, very pungent odors, earthy, some almost decay. You get this almost this sweet note on the back end, maybe like a rose petal or something, but it was very, very strange.
Well, Arjan's a mercenary soldier, so it's one of those things where it's like, mages, no bueno. Never any bueno. Like,
Okay. All right, so you know you got a drift globe now. That's pretty cool. What do you want to do?
well, now we know what it is, so I guess we're going to go to this meeting. Unless there's anything anyone else wants to do.
I'm going to quickly head over to the blacksmith and see how much it would cost for him to make a heavy crossbow.
Okay, so there's 2 blacksmiths in Kalaman. One focuses on armor, and the other one focuses primarily in weapons. You're looking for Tyria Hammer Strike, and as you walk up, you can see hanging from in front of the blacksmith's storefronts, sort of iconography telling you like this is clearly an axe and a sword crossed, and this is a helmet and a shield. So clearly you're going to want to go to the axe and the sword one. Let me look up because I don't know off the top of my head what a battle axe, or I mean what a heavy crossbow would cost. So let me look that up really quick. Crossbow heavy. Okay. So Tyria wipes her really filthy, scarred and blistered hands off on her thick leather apron, and she walks up to you very confidently, has the hammer from her anvil sort of over her shoulder. How can I help you?
How much would it cost for a heavy crossbow?
Can you lift a heavy crossbow? You look a little spindly. She uses her hand to sort of poke at your arm a little bit.
I'm more than certain I could handle one.
Well, it's about 18 pounds. Are you sure?
I have a 17 in strength, so I would assume so.
Okay.
Yes.
She's just being cheeky. All right, well, it's going to cost you 50 gold to pick one up.
Okay. If you could have one on standby for future, because I do not have the gold on me as of right now.
Well, thank you for wasting my time. Yes, I have heavy crossbows in stock. You can come back when you have money. That's traditionally how these operations work. You have the money, then you come and buy it. But I'm glad that you wasted my time, you spindly armed little man. Have a great day. And she'd turn around and go back to her forge. Just clang, 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 working with metal.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly stop by the armory and pick up a couple arrows to...
Okay. So by the time you get back to the castle and you're finished picking up your arrows, you see everyone else is already waiting in that level 1 conference room, that sort of battle plan room. Jaya Valdruz is sort of leaning out the door looking for any stragglers, like, all right, come on, let's get in here, let's do this. And brings you in. Okay, so as you walk in, everyone is sitting around this table. You see Iron Cudgel, Iron Smile, you see all the other people that you've worked with in the past. Darrett's in here, Marshal Vendry, even the city's governor, Caliph Miat, is just sitting at the table watching. And Marshal Vendry stands up as soon as you all enter and sit down. The upcoming battle was meant to be an ambush, Marshal Vendry says, amid the shadows of the command tent. Unfortunately, the Dragon Army managed to swing around and reinforce its lines. Still, our intelligence was good, and we've caught its war engines out in the open. Now is our best chance to destroy them. She goes on explaining that large war engines are deployed behind the enemy lines, with smaller engines among the Dragon Army's troops, while Raven Uthvogler, Vendry, and Commanders Greystone and Hannah Shadowbolt will conduct the attack on the Dragon Army. The Marshal wants you to focus on destroying the small war engines and capturing their crews. With her orders given, Vendry dismisses you, and you know that time is of the essence. So let's head on over to Scenario 3, Warriors of Krynn. Okay, so as you're looking at this, can you guys see it on your screens?
Yep, I can see it.
Okay, so we have 4 battlefronts, right? We have the left, center, right, and far right. We have 2 shaken commanders, and I want you to pay attention to these exclamation marks. Those are the small war machines that she wants you to destroy. Effectively, that means you have to defeat the Vile Champion, and then it takes 1 action to then disable or destroy any of these war machines. And you can see there's 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. and there's vile champions all over, and then there's 2 large war machines right out here. Those you will not be able to get to, but you could destroy their vile champions to stop them from being able to activate on their turn. We are 1 man down or 2 men down from what we normally do, but 3 people should be able to take care of this without any real effort, because again, the bad guys move on your turns, so it's basically the exact same situation as it was before, just with 2 fewer people, with the options of pulling out those key event markers. Let me open up if you guys want to go to your collection tab and make sure the macros for battle die, skirmish die, and show macro quick bar are checked so you can see them, and maybe roll your own die. I'm going to show the event card. I'm going to show let's see, the Dragon Army mounted, missile, and foot cards, and the Alliance foot, missile, and mounted cards underneath. I think the only ones we need to worry about. So is everyone clear about what we're supposed to be doing?
Go over one more time.
Okay. So we need to destroy these object tokens, the exclamation marks. Those are small war machines. And in order to destroy them, you have to defeat the prisoners. Now, effectively for the role-playing aspect, you're capturing the prisoners, but ultimately you have to defeat them, and then you spend 1 action and it'll dismantle the war machines that are present. So it's these ones that are just all over the board here. And they're all manned so that they can be used. So we need to, everyone's starting here on the command tent. We need to move around to each of these and defeat the vile champion and destroy the war machine. And that's basically it. And as soon as you get all of that done, if you can do it before the Dragon Army, takes over the battle maps, then you win. You succeed. Let's do some. Let's just do an initiative to see who goes first out of the 3 of you.
Not me.
What was your initiative? 5?
I rolled a 6.
5. Fynn, where is Fynn?
I put my character on the command tent.
What? Oh, there you are. Sneaky little bugger. And what'd you get?
6.
Okay. Okay, so Arjan, you are up first. Are there any questions
Alrighty
about what
then.
you need to do?
I only counted 4 small war machines on the board. You said 5?
Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, you were right. There's 4.
Okay, 4. Okay.
4 small, 2 big. This 4 small one are the ones you got to get.
Okay.
Now, before we start here, you're given an option by Marshal Vendry. She offers either to build barricades. Vendry has support crew build barricades to help the early battle, add 1 barricade to any 4 alliance units, or build a watchtower. Vendry has a crew build a watchtower, which makes it easier to move between flanks. Flip the woods adventure tile to show the watchtower, and that would be, I think it's like right around this area. So do you want a watchtower that should help you move between flanks, or do you want barricades to help fend off the dragon armies?
We do not have a whole lot of people on the center right or far right, so I feel like the barricades would be for the best.
Okay, does everyone agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Vendry has a support crew build barricades to help in the early battle. Add 1 barricade each to any 4 alliance units. So you had mentioned this right and far right. Did you want to add barricades to 2 of them to each? Or where do you want to put them? So basically barricades go underneath the actual unit token. And so when the unit would normally take damage, the barricade takes the damage first.
Yeah, let's do 2 on the far right and 2 on the right flank because we are like really right here at the center. So
Yeah. Do you want it in the missile line, in the foot line, or in the mounted line?
let's do the missile line because that probably makes the most sense.
Okay, so send it back. Send it back, and then 2 for the missile line here.
Mm-hmm.
To back. And then to back. Okay. So those will take damage before those missile units do. And then that's kind of it. All right. So success means we destroy all of the small war machines and kill as many of these vile champions as possible. We want to get as many of them as, like, if we can get them all, that's an immediate win.
Okay.
So you're up. What do you want to do? And
All
also,
right, well,
guys,
first
remember,
it's-
we have these 2 reputation card and the medal from the last game that we won. You can use those. Any of you can use one of them. Just discard it. It won't ever go away, but you won't be able to recover it until the end of the battle either.
Okay.
And then
I
you also
believe
have regular equipment cards.
Okay. I think the first thing to do is event card, right?
Yep.
Okay. Put that on the table. If you could make that bigger.
Right here. Let's see if I can. Unstoppable war engines. Right now, activate all war engines in any order.
Oh,
Son of
good
a...
grief. Reveal another event card.
Okay, so let's deal with that first. This war engine activates. If crewed, remove 1 alliance unit on a neighboring battle tile. So you tell me right or far right, and which alliance unit do I need to remove?
Okay, so... Okay. So, right or far right, you said?
Yeah. This one or this one.
Let's go with a foot unit. Yeah, let's go with a foot unit on the right flank.
Foot unit, right flank. Okay, and then the next one is right here. If crewed, add 2 Dragon Army mounted units to an adjacent battle tile. So which one of these 2 do you want to add 2 Dragon Army mounted units to?
Which flanks?
It's this one or center or left, because it's the next
Center
ones.
or left? Okay. Oh man, we're both tied on both of them, aren't we? Let's do it on the center flank.
Okay.
Actually, no, the left flank. Sorry.
It's okay.
Put it on the left flank because we're looking pretty good over there for now.
All right, and the next one is catapults. If crewed, remove 1 alliance unit from each of the 2 different battle tiles. Each from 2 different battle tiles. So let me know what alliance unit from 2 different battle tiles you want me to remove.
Let's do a cavalry on the left, or the mounted on the left flank, and then foot on the center flank.
Oof. All right. So catapults are just flying through the air, landing. People are screaming, ah, dying off. You've got arrows from some of the other war machines are triggering and flying off. What did this one say it was? Grim banners. Well, I don't know what that would do. It's encouraging the forces to join, more Dragon Army forces to join in the assault. Okay, so draw another event card.
Okay. There it is.
Right now, the right flank becomes the active flank.
All out battle. Activate commander powers at the start of this battle. Ugh.
Okay, that's going to be rough. So it's the right flank, and you are starting right here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do? You got 4 actions.
So 1, 2, and then I'm going to use a power to kill that vile champion just right out.
I'm sorry, where? Oh, you're right here. I see you.
Yeah. And I take 2 points of stress from that.
So do you have wisdom? Oh, that was a card you used?
Yeah, it was a power.
Gotcha. Okay.
I take 2 stress from that. And then for my 4th action, I'm gonna destroy that small war machine.
Awesome. So I'm just going to move this down to your battle card. Right here, just so we can keep track of those.
Yep.
Okay. Respite phase, you can actually use it. You can do it.
Yep, we'll do that.
All right, all out battle. So we start on the center with the foot line. The foot line obviously is the Dragon Army. So let me grab that card here. Shake the Alliance Commander. If they're already shaken, apply 3 hits to the line with the fewest. Oh, he is shaken. Oh, no. 3 hits to the line with the fewest units. Oh, that... Okay, it's your choice whether it's foot or mounted.
Let's do foot, because we're already heavily outnumbered on that one.
Just kills him all outright. Okay. Now it's the missile unit. And again, Dragon Army has got them. Roll 4 battle die. Apply hits to the missile line. Each woe resulted during this fight removes a Dragon Army What? Removes a Dragon Army missile unit. Okay. Wow. That's hardcore.
Yeah.
Brigand skirmishes. All right. Are you able to roll battle die or you want me to?
Yeah, I can roll battle die. You said 4?
Yep. 1 woe. So let's remove the Dragon Army missile guy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
That'll remove both barricades and then stress both missile units.
1, 2. To back and to back. Yeah. Wow, that's rough. Jeez. And now for the mounted line. It's a tie, so it goes to the Dragon Army unless there's a power that you can use.
Not from here. No, I'm not, because I'm not on the on that battleground.
Goblin chariots. Roll 3 battle die. Apply hits to the foot line, and won't matter because the foot line's fun. Let's see if you get woe though.
Oh yeah. Battle.
Ah, bummer. Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, you said 3?
Yeah.
Because I only rolled 2. Oh no, the blank is up there. Okay, yeah.
Okay. That was your turn. That's pretty brutal. So we're already taking massive hits. All right, Fynn, you're up.
Okay.
Event card.
Drag that over here. And can you enlarge that? Thank you.
Center flank becomes the active flank. All out battle. Oh boy. All right. Okay. It's your turn. What are you going to do?
So I am going to do 1 action, pop up right there. I'm going to move that off my card so that I can see.
Sorry,
Zoom in. I'm going to do a strength response. Call archers. At the start of battle, add 2 tactic tokens to the Alliance missile line on your tile.
Okay, so know that that's at the start of battle. We haven't gotten there yet, but you can do that at that time. What do you want to do now? That's not going to take an action for you. You just burn the card.
Okay. Oh, that's not a movable card. It's this
that's
one
a
right
power,
here.
so you have to use one of your ability cards to activate it. So if it's the red one, you have to use the
okay.
red ability card.
That makes more sense.
So that just says at the start of battle, then you can do it at the start of battle. But for now, what do you want to do? You did 1 move.
So I'm going to use 2 cards. Why is that so small?
Zoom in.
I'm going to use one of my dex cards to move exactly 1 tile. So that won't cost.
Discard it. So it's only 1 action so far.
And for that card, I'm going to move myself here. So 2, 3. That's total 3 actions.
Yep.
And can I burn cards to...
Is Constitution one of your mastered abilities?
It is not.
Okay, since that was number 3, it takes an action to instigate a fight. So that would be all of your actions. Unless you have ability cards that give you extra actions, then you're not going to be able to get any more than 1 dice. So you would have to hope for a 2 to roll. Otherwise, you can just wait here, you know.
I have a strength response that says after battle dice are rolled, roll 1 additional die.
Ooh, okay. So then if you want to instigate it, you roll 1 die and then use that and roll another die. But you have to have the ability card associated with that power. So in that particular case, green.
It is red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so roll 1 battle die. Are you able to roll them?
Did I roll?
No, that's a skirmish die.
Oh.
If you select your character, does it not say battle die, skirmish die? Like in the upper right-hand side or left-hand side?
All it says is skirmish die.
Oh, on the upper right-hand side, you'll see buttons. There's a cog on the far right, or the one to the left of that says collection. If you click on that and you scroll the way to the bottom, it says rollable tables. It'll say skirmish dice and battle dice.
Okay. So roll a battle die.
So that was a whoa. So you can roll 1 more if you want to use that power.
I will use that power.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you need to take a stress from getting that woe die. And then that 2 double hit is what you needed to kill this goblin poisoner. So you did in fact defeat him, but that was your total of 4 actions to do it.
Okay, and since I'm on a champion-free zone, would I be able to regenerate my cards?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to pull those 2 back up.
Okay. Now battle. What is this? All-out battle, center flank. Okay, so clearly it's the missile unit for the Dragon Army that goes. Or the foot unit, I mean, for the Dragon Army. Roll 3 battle dice, apply hits to the mounted line. So because it's Dragon Army, I'm going to do it. 1, 2, 3. So that is 3 hits to the mounted line. So that kills that mounted guy. The missile line, again, is the Dragon Army. Oh, man, are we going to lose everyone in this one battle? Roll 3 battle die, apply hits to the foot line. Oh, shit. Oh, that kills the foot line. Oh, my gosh. And, again, it's the Dragon Army for the mounted line because there is no alliance mounted line. Roll 3 battle die, apply to the missile line. Oh, my gosh. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 hits. So one of them is dead and the other is woed. Wow. They almost completely devastated that. I actually think that might actually mean that they give up the battle if there's not enough people.
The center flank collapses, yeah.
Do you know the official ruling on that? Is it just outnumbered or?
No, if all friendly units are woed
right.
on our side on a flank, then they run.
Okay. So there's, let's see, the first tile. So this is now Dragon Army tile completely. These guys are effectively gone. The first tile reads scenario 66. Oh man, that sucked. So let me get to 66 real quick. Breakout. As your battle lines crumble, Loazette's forces overpower the troops guarding your prisoners. Some of the captured war engine crews escape behind enemy lines. take 3 Vile Champions from near the command tent or command post tile and place 1 on each war engine. Oh man. So there's only 2, so you don't have to worry about that. But it does mean that they're next to a war engine here. God, that sucks. Okay. Now, this is a stop tile now, I think, because it's completely controlled. So you wouldn't be able to move through it. Not that it matters. But I'm just going to put it there just in case. Oh, that's brutal. Okay.
Doesn't that mean Bendix can't leave the command tent?
Bendix. No, it just means he has to stop there for that one move. He wouldn't, if it was a road, he wouldn't be able to move through it. Is all.
All right.
All right, Fynn, that is your turn. Bendix, you are up. Things are already looking very grim. So pull your event card. Oh yeah, don't draw them. Just click and pull them out.
Yeah, I kind of screwed up. Sorry about that one. I caught it when I did that.
Can you
you
click it on in your hand and pull it?
Okay. That's it there.
Okay, let's see here. Dang it. Come on now. There. So the far right flank becomes the active flank.
We got soldiers there.
So far right is active. And it's going to be an all-out battle. So it's up to you. What do you want to do?
Suggestions, guys?
I mean, you still have to kill these Vile Champions and defeat these small war engines. So you've got one that's on this tile. It looks like Fynn is going to take care of the one that's on his tile. So
You would have the best bet for those mercenaries.
Yeah.
Just go here and attack this guy here.
There's 1, 2, 3 actions to get there. You have 1 action left. Is Charisma mastered ability for you?
It is, yes.
Okay, then it'll only take 1 damage to destroy him. So to use your 4th action, it gives you 1 die, so you can roll 1 battle die. And hopefully it's a hit.
Can you roll for me?
Yeah. It is, in fact, a hit. So you do kill him. Good job. Oh, yeah, we got to move these down here. I'm going to put them next to the command tent. Now, because that was your 4th action, you wouldn't be able to destroy this object. But on your next turn, unless you have like an ability you want to use that would allow you to get another turn.
I think I do. Free action. But I got 2 charisma ones that refresh 2 units on your tile. That's a free action. I got a strength card. After battle dice are rolled, roll 1 additional die. Then I have a wisdom response after the battle dice is a roll. Reroll up to 2 dice. So that's really just attacking, isn't it?
None of it really helps with this. Is there
in my abilities, it's not over. After battle dice are rolled against a Vile champion, take 1 stress, add 2 more hits to the roll. But he's already
killed him. Yeah.
Add 3 tactic tokens to any line. Lead the charge.
Give me a second. So, one thing that I forgot is, Fynn, you could have you didn't burn that card at the beginning of battle to add the 2 tactic tokens, but you could have at that center. I don't think it would have changed the outnumbered aspect though. So I don't think it would have.
It says on the tile that I'm on, and I was on that tile.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I don't see anything right now that would give you an ability to
destroy that.
To take it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, unfortunately not. So you pulled your event card. You are in a position where you can do a respite if you want to regain any cards, if you ended up using any. If not, then we'll just go to the battle part. This is another all-out battle, unfortunately, on this far right flank. Start with the center, and Dragon Army outnumbers the Foot Army, so the Alliance Army, so they go. It says each woe result during this fight also counts as a hit. Reveal another foot unit card. Well, that sucks. Okay, each woe is a hit. Roll 3 battle dice. Apply hits to the missile line. Oh, man. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, 2 hits to the missile line. It hits the barricade first and barricade first. And that's it. Okay, so now it's the missile unit that goes, and it's, again, the Dragon Army. Shake all units on the Alliance missile line. Oh, man.
Ugh.
Jeez, these are just brutal. And then the mounted line. It's a tie, so it goes to the Dragon Army. I don't know if we're going to win this one, guys, to be honest.
This one's pretty brutal.
Each woe result during this fight also counts as a hit. Reveal another mounted unit card. Oh my gosh. Roll 3 battle die. Apply hits to the foot line. 1, 2, 3. No woe. 2 hits. They're both shaken. Oh man. This is just getting brutal. All right, that was Bendix's turn. We're back up the top with Arjan.
All right, so
Make
one
this
to
any
move
better?
here. Yeah. One to move there, just then destroy that.
Where are
Gonna
you?
destroy that.
I see.
War machine. And so that's 2.
2, yep.
3 to go here.
Do you have any powers or skills you can use, abilities?
I don't think the Paladin has any stress. No, he's good, so that doesn't help. No, only in regards to. Oh wait, no, because sorry, I can't do that because I have to do the event card. Hang on.
Right. Let me enlarge it.
Yeah.
Right now, maneuvers. If the Dragon Army commanders on the active flank is ready, activate him. Oh man. Okay,
And
reveal,
reveal another event card. Good grief.
So activate
grief.
is if the Dragon Army units are ready, shake 2 Alliance units, otherwise refresh. So they are all ready. So shake 2 Alliance units. Everyone's shaken except for the mounted line. So should we just shake them?
No, because that'll collapse the flank. Oh man.
But I mean, we don't really have a choice.
No, we don't have a choice. So yeah, that flank collapses too.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Shit. So what happens when the second one collapses? This might be a short game, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so bad. Scenario entry 127. The scenario immediately ends in a loss. Oh,
Oh man.
fuck. That was the fastest. 127. Jailbreak. A warband led by Zamira uses the chaos of collapsing battle lines to assault the command tent. Derek Highwater is nearly killed, and every captured engine crew escapes. The scenario immediately ends in a loss. Oh, that sucks so bad. All right, we didn't even get one key moment, and we all freaking lost. Damn it. Okay.
Man. This game is brutal.
Oh man. I don't know what we could have done any differently, but
We had some really bad.
Cards.
We had some really bad cards, some really bad dice.
yeah. So Derek says the Dragon Army was able to escape with far too many engines crews intact. Next time will be different. I swear it. So at the beginning of the next scenario, you guys will have extra bonus equipment and tactic tokens. But that is it for that one. Okay. Damn. I thought that was going to take a lot longer. So I have one more encounter we can run if you guys are up for it, but that's it.
Yeah, let's do it.
No, let's give it a shot.
I mean, it's only 1:44. We scheduled out to 3:30, so we might as well see what else. we got.
Yeah. See, yeah.
That was brutal. So Derek is just devastated, sort of walking up to you guys. I don't know what happened. We tried our best, but the Dragon Army is really, there's so much more equipped and war ready than we could ever have imagined. Do you think that they have gnomes working on their behalf, creating these war engines for them?
They've had a lot of time to prepare and get a whole lot of slaves and other servants together to execute this plan. It's pretty obvious that their forces aren't stupid, and they're very keen on protecting their war engines.
Yeah. Well, thank you all for your assistance in this matter. I think we all need to take a little bit of time before we run through our next. Oh God, I just can't believe it. They're so good at causing destruction. Can we even come out from underneath this? Is victory even a possibility against these odds?
I don't know. There's not enough. We don't know enough about them to really make that determination. We don't even know what they want.
Yeah, you see Marshal Vendry walk up behind everyone. She looks worse for the wear of this last battle. She puts her hand on Darrett's back. Please don't take it personally. These things do, in fact, happen. Battle is not always one-sided. What's important is to learn from our mistakes, learn from our losses. We will carry on. And in fact, I do have another mission, if you are all ready for it.
Yeah, we might as well just keep working and keep trying to make the situation better. What do you have for us?
Well, we have 2 missing scouts. They were supposed to have checked back in. They were keeping tabs on the Dragon Army units moving north through the Vingard River. It's approximately 6 miles east of Vogler, northeast of where we are now. I've got a boat, a ferry, ready to take you across the Vingard. And if you could track them down and hopefully find them alive and well and bring them back home safely, that would be ideal, though I am not so foolish as to suspect this is going to be anything easier than what we just encountered. The lookout post that they were operating out of is a stand of gray birch trees. It's very uncommon in the area, so once you get across the river, you should be able to manage it and locate it relatively simply. But the faster you can do so, the better. We're really concerned about what the Dragon Army's next movements are. In the face of the defeat we just suffered, I'm not entirely sure we're ready if they're ready to assault again. And Kalaman cannot fall. Not now, not ever. Can you go do that?
I believe so. Everyone else ready to go?
As ready as we can be, considering.
Head down to the docks. Look for the gentleman named Frank. Frank the Ferryman. Sorry, I couldn't think of any other name.
All right. Frank the Ferryman.
Stupid Frank. All right. So if you guys are ready to leave immediately, just sort of, stretch your arms, deal with the fact that, you just faced off against a really insurmountable force, and let's move on to your next mission.
Alrighty then.
Okay. So let me load up this here. So you guys are in Kalaman. You head over to the bay. It's really easy to find Frank. Everyone knows him. He's an old curmudgeon, and everyone's really friendly with him. And again, he is a local, and so people are familiar. As soon as you're sort of directed to him, he seems to be sitting in this rather large longboat. He's like, "Oi! Are you ready? Come on, get in. Let's get you across this river."
Nice to meet you, Frank.
It's nice to meet you as well. What's your name?
My name's Arjan.
Arjan? That's a good name. Better than Frank, arguably. How about you, young man? Anyone else going to introduce themselves?
Oh, I hold out my hand to shake his, and I introduce myself.
Bendix, nice to meet you. So you're a knight, huh? Well, I hope we don't fall over. You'll sink right to the ground. And how about you, young man? You're going to bring this pig with you?
Of course. He's my friend.
As long as he doesn't attack me. Although, I have to be quite honest. I'm a fan of bacon and pork loin. If he does, in fact, end up dying, can you bring him back and perhaps we could have a barbecue?
No promises.
I mean, it sounds like a good time to me, but all right, suit yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he takes you across the Vingard River. It takes, about an hour fighting the current to get across. You end up right here on the shoreline. He tells you, I'm going to be waiting here for you. So I don't know. How fast do you think you can take this? I mean, should I wait till sundown? Should I wait till sunrise the next morning? I mean, I know the Dragon Army is here around here somewhere, and I don't want to be caught unawares.
Sundown would probably be a good idea.
Sundown today. Okay, then.
If you see anyone else that's hostile, if you see any of the Dragon Army coming your way, you best get back to the back to the city. Even if you strand us, it's best if you can make it back safe and sound. We'll figure it out.
I appreciate that. I'll tell you this: if you are stranded here for the evening, go to the far edge of the beach that's almost directly across from Kalaman, and just light a small fire. We'll have someone watching, and we'll get someone over the territory if we see it. Otherwise, I'll see you in a little while.
Right, of course. Thank you.
Godspeed, gentlemen.
You as well.
All right, so you get out. You know you have to head north from here, but you don't know exactly where, so I'm going to need some survival checks here to try to find the stand of birch trees.
Of course.
6. Yeah,
19.
you can't find anything. What'd you get?
19.
Okay. That'll do it. With
Arjan's over here. Arjan finally gets here and it's like, all right, let's look. And that moment, Arjan's like, what is birch?
Kind of important to be able to find birch trees to know what they are, but maybe that's why you didn't find them. Okay, so it takes you guys about 20 minutes or so of searching after, about an hour of traveling north off of the shoreline up into the tree line here. But in this space right about here, if you can see it on the map, I'm not showing it to the rest of the world, so I don't know if you guys are seeing it. Yeah, you guys are on here. Whoa, sorry. So it's about this area right here. You do end up seeing, some sort of birch trees clustering around, and you hear screams coming from just the north of you. It looks like there's some draconians torturing this poor scout that's on this sort of down tree, and they're just, he's tied up. You can see another scout way off in the distance is dead, laying on the ground, not moving. Clearly, seemingly dead. But yeah, it looks, at this point, there's 2 draconians sort of toying with this tied up scout. So we have initiative. They do not notice you yet. So let me just set this up really quick. If you guys can select your characters to enroll your initiative, then it'll auto-populate it for us. Let's see, where are they? All right, so this guy is here. This guy. Okay. All right. I see Arjan. I see Bendix. I do not see Fynn.
I rolled a 16.
All right, where are you? I gotcha. And you said it was 16?
Yep.
Okay, let's find out who's first. All right, so this Draconian up here, he's continuing to torture because no one knows that you're there as of yet. Fynn, you are the first hero to go.
Okay, let me zoom out a split second.
God, I'm so bummed about that. Where's a Krynn game? Jeez. Just so brutal.
So assuming that's sticking out.
So understand that end of the tree that you were just pointing at right here, this is giving them concealment and cover from you. Not total cover, just concealment. But all those branches and stuff, that's going to give them a +2 to their armor class from any attacks that you try to give them.
Okay.
And it also gives you a little bit of cover from them so they don't notice you if you're quiet.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to move my boar. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay.
Is that it?
And actually, I'm going to use my action to dash, so that'll give me another 30. Oh, what did I just... Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, so from there, they're not really paying attention to you at this point, so you're not armored, so you're not making as much noise. But you did dash, so you're not gonna be able to stealth, right?
No.
Can you stealth and dash? Does anyone know? I can
Only
look it
if
up
you're a
after.
rogue.
Okay. So are you done with your turn, Fynn?
Yep. That is my turn.
Bendix, you're up.
I'm trying to move this mat around here. 1 second. Just put it on me here. I'm gonna have to move up. Are we stealthed in here, guys? Do they know that we're here? I didn't hear that part.
They don't seem to notice you at this point. This is the scout that looks like he's dead. This is the scout that's tied up, and these are the 2 draconians that are torturing him. You know that...
Yeah. Go ahead.
They may not, this might be a time problem, because if he's being actively tortured, how long has he been tortured already? Will he live through the next whatever? You should be thinking of this as a rescue mission rather than a slow creeping stealth mission, but it is up to you.
Okay. I'm going to dash. Let's double my movement, right? 60?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Did you attack at all?
No, he didn't.
No.
No?
I did not.
That's what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
So as soon as you get to this point right here, they do hear you, like the sound of it. Of clang, 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 you're just moving all your stuff. So they are aware of you. They're not surprised, but right now it's not their turn to do anything about it.
Okay. That's what I end up doing here.
Okay. Next is Arjan. So if you're going to move past or through into any of these, this is difficult terrain.
Okay. So I'm going to move to there then.
Okay. He's running up into the thicket, just all the tree branches and stuff.
And towards the end, yes, that remaining scout that's still alive, I'm drawing my axe and I'm going to tell him, and I'm going to tell him, don't give up. We're here to rescue you. And then hang on. There it is. Okay. And then I'm going to do rally to give him 8 temporary hit points.
Whoa, the scout?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Cool. All right.
Because I don't know what kind of health he's at, so I'm just going to try and bolster him however I can.
Yeah. Well, he looks bloody, so he's definitely hurt. Fynn, you can have your animal dash with you if you want.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it has the full range like that as well. Okay, so next is that second draconian who's sitting here. Now that he hears you, he saw you guys coming. It's gonna be 5-10 into the thicket, and he's just sort of like uses his wings to help break apart the branches and the trees and stuff as he moves in on you and to attack you. So let's see. It's 2 attacks with a short sword. These are the bad draconians that you guys have fought time and time again. This is what they look like as a reminder. You have a 19. So he completely misses. He's like hitting the tree branches as he's trying to get at you, and it's adding all that much more challenge to try to get to your flesh, but he's trying his best. You're going to be next. We'll tie you to the post and we'll take your fingers off one at a time.
Are you people always this excited about killing people?
It's kind of our thing. Don't judge.
No, I'm judging you. No, this is personal.
This is judge. I'm judging. All right, so that was his turn. Let me see here. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. So what you see is from this tree, this creature comes soaring out of it, like literally flying down and gliding, landing right in front of you. This looks like this. This is a brand new Draconian you guys have yet to face. So let me show you the image of it.
Wow, that's impressive. You actually found one that was uglier than the rest of you.
This is what the new Draconian looks like. It's got this dagger. Venom is just dripping from its long tongue. You can see the dagger itself is dripping with some sort of liquid as it soars down and attacks you. Let's see. It takes 2 dagger attacks. So the first attack, second attack. Neither of them hits you. Okay. So yeah, I just flew down there and it's like cutting through all the branches of the tree. Just, you're gonna pay for interrupting our games. And then we're back to the top of the round with this Draconian that was attacking the scout that was tied up. And he knows he heard some people from over there. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He goes 30. He's going to go here and he's going to ready his action. If anyone gets within attack, he's going to strike out at them as his readied action. Okay, Fynn, you're up.
Okie dokie. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I went along this route right here.
No problem. Yeah.
Outside of his attack range. This one's an unknown variable, in my opinion, so I'm going to fire an arrow at that one.
Okay.
That is a 23.
Jeez. That is a hit. It like cut through the branches that he already had broken off for the most part as he like glided down to attack Arjan. And you're just like right in his shoulder. Just,
And that is 12 damage.
Holy crap. Nice hit, Fynn. He like turns around, reaches back and just breaks it off. That's it. I've got a new target. All right. Is that your full turn?
Yep, that is my full turn.
Bendix.
Actually, before that, I'm going to move my boar. Oh, I'm moving the map, not the boar. So that was 15, 20, and that'll be it.
Okay. I'm just going to face him just for fun. Okay. Bendix, you're up, man. Just charge right.
I'm going to attack this guy here in front of me. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Can you remind me what that does?
Actually, I didn't mean to push that. It allows an extra 1d6 of damage once I hit.
Very cool.
You choose a creature that you can see within range and mystically mark it as your quarry until the spell ends, and I deal an additional 1d6 damage to target whenever you hit.
So is it a free action to cast it?
It's a bonus.
Okay.
It's a bonus action. My attack, part of my attack again, I'm going to go with my Squire ability.
All right.
It's a precision strike. So once per turn you make a weapon attack roll against a creature, you can cause the attack roll to have advantage. If cool. I hit, I roll a d8 additional to the damage too, on top of the Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm going to roll the attack now.
Cool.
I just do something. Gosh darn it. Hang on. Wrong button. Sorry. All right. 25.
25 does hit.
Okay.
For sure. Damage.
All right. Damage. I'm rolling down. So that's 9. The Squire additional. That's 15.
Wow.
And then the Hunter's Mark is a D6. That's I'm gonna roll now if I can get to that. For Pete's sake, Chris, too many buttons. There we go. So 5 more.
So total 20 damage.
Jeez. So you just like, he moves up. Oh yeah, he was waiting for you to come up. So he's going to attack you because he was readying his action really quick.
Okay.
As you entered his space. And your armor class is what again?
20.
I'm going to mark that down here. Just so I can see it. So he's like swinging at you and you're easily like sort of parrying it, bash it aside with the sword, and you just go in and just jab him right in the gut. Goes right up through his back. He's just sitting there sort of pinned up like, and you pull it out and blood just sprays out onto the floor. He's just like, freaking out. You didn't quite kill him, but it was almost a one-shot on this guy. He's clearly not going to last a couple more minutes here. Is there anything else you wanted to do? Jeez.
No, that's pretty much all of it right there. So
yeah, that's a pretty good show. All right. Arjan, you're up, man.
All right. Well, Mr. Orange, Mr. Orange is apparently not giving me my due credence. So we're going to ask him a question.
So for those of you, he's copper scales on this one.
Oh, well.
That's
a 13, so we're going to do precision strike on that. And where is it? No, there it is. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
Outstanding. In that case,
wow.
Sir, have 9 points to the back of your head.
Oh man. 11, that's 21. You can tell this is a hardier version of the Draconian than his fellows that you fought over and over again. And so he clearly took the damage, but he didn't take it as badly as some of these other Draconians would have. So as you sort of cut him from behind, he sort of turns back to, he's like, all right, you had your chance to let me go, but now it's you and me. We're making love. Is there anything else you wanted to do?
I'm just going to insult him and being like, "You must be after men because no woman would be after you."
Okay.
I don't think I have anything else as a bonus action. I don't really have anything that's it for me.
Okay. So this Draconian right here is going to attack you with his 2 short sword attacks. He rolled that's not a natural 20. He rolled a 20 and an 18. So one of them hits you. You take 4 damage. Next up, and he's not going to move anywhere. He's just going to stay there. Next up is this K-Pack. You just like slashed him in the back with your axe, and so he's going to try to repay you in kind with his daggers. Let's see. Natural 20 for the first one. The second one misses. But you like parry it off and he just jabs it right into your chest. It goes a little bit deeper than you were hoping for it to. Both attacks did not hit. Only one did. So that means it's 7 piercing damage. Let's see. No, I'm sorry, not 7. It's 5 damage. One target is 5. Let's see. Creature must succeed. Okay. So yeah, for now, you just take the 5 damage.
Okay.
And it's not moving at all. It's gonna move here. Actually, it's gonna move right there, just to get away from that damn arrow and flank you. Probably should have done that first, but I wasn't thinking about it. Okay.
Well, probably he wasn't either.
Yeah, after just being so pissed off. Now it's this last Draconian's turn right here. He doesn't like the idea of being back to a pig. So he's going to move around this way. If you want your pig to take an opportunity attack, Fynn,
Oh, gladly.
It can.
I'll gladly take that free damage. So it is going to use Tusk, so that's +3 to hit. So
D20
20.
+3.
That is not going to hit. 5 does not hit.
Nope. Okay, so he moves back behind here, and he's going to take 2 short sword attacks at you, Bendix. Only one of them hit. That's 4 damage. The other one you easily parried off with your shield. Fynn, you're up.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. And I'm going to shoot another arrow at that one.
Okay. He's got a little bit of concealment because of this brush here. But go ahead and just roll it. It's a -2 when you get your total.
19
Is that with the -2 or before it?
with the -2. Before is 21.
So 19 hits. What's your damage?
That is
Comes
That is
down,
13
strikes him
damage.
again. Oh, you son of a bitch! You're gonna pay for that! So 13 is 34. So you guys have done a lot of damage to this creature, and he is still up. That should tell you how tough this guy is. Is there anything else you want to do?
5, 10, 15, 20, just to be spiteful.
Okay. Bendix, you're up.
Let's see what's going on here. Oh, that guy's still up? The guy behind me? Or with the pig is it?
Yeah.
Holy crap. All right, I'm going to take
He's
care
hurt.
of
You can see he's bleeding. I mean, he's got cuts all over him, but...
all right, hopefully this does it. I'll just normal attack here. Roll the hit. 18.
18 hits.
All right. Damage 11 plus. Oh, for heck's sakes! Wait.
Well, 11 kills him. What's the? How does he die?
Is he facing me?
Yeah.
Was he running? Was he talking like monologuing and blah 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 blah?
Of course.
Okay. So as he's in chat, my sword just goes right in there.
Slides out the back of his head. You see that oh so familiar gaseous mist swirling around. I need you and the boar to give me a Constitution check, please.
Oh boy, here we go.
Will do. Please see what the boar's
15
con
does it.
is. That is a 1.
Okay. I'll let the boar roll his.
That is a 5.
Okay, the boar is restricted right now.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
Okay.
To here.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna use a bonus action and allow the fighter to attack again. And it's the my ability, Knights of the Crown Command Rally. So he gets a attack roll if he hits. Roll a d8 for additional damage.
Awesome. Arjan, do it. Do it, Doug.
All right. Well, is the orange guy or the copper guy still up?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to see if we can't fix that.
Okay. Well, this is your extra attack that Bendix just gave you.
Oh, it's the extra attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 7. Okay. Excellent.
Damage.
So he's going to take 6 points of damage.
Roll d8 on top of that.
Oh, yeah. And then another d8.
You guys are making me do math.
So 11 total.
11. That's... Wow. Wow. He is still up. He's bleeding. He's angry. He's breathing heavily like a... Perhaps we should get out of here! And the other guy's like, if we can make it, run, run.
Maybe if you all weren't such psychopaths, we could maybe share a drink. That would be great, wouldn't it? But no, you guys all have to be freaking insane.
It's your full turn now. Arjan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
you were next.
orange. Yeah, no on the orange guy getting away. He in particular.
I choose no. Oh, yeah. That's a hit, dude.
8 points. And
How does he die?
How does he die? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I want an arm.
Oh, jeez. You hack off the arm of the shoulder and just drops down to the ground. His eyes roll back as blood actively squirting out of the wound. Drops down to the ground and his body literally dissolves into acid and sort of explodes out. I need both of you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Am I included on that? Am I doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you are right there. So.
All right, here we go. And oh dear God.
A 13 and a 17. You both are able to move out of the way of this acid as it sort of singes. You see it like bubbling smoke up off of the ground. It's like burning away any vegetation on the ground is seeping into the soil. You just count your lucky stars you didn't get that on you.
Action surge. The other guy.
Oh no. All right.
Oh, 11? No. We're gonna precision strike that.
What does that mean?
Does a 17 hit him?
A 17 does hit him.
I didn't declare this, Adam, but I did have hunter marks on the one. I can move it over to this guy here.
11 points to him.
Yeah, this guy hasn't actually been hit yet.
Yeah, I was about to say,
because you didn't declare it, just wait until your next turn to do it.
Okay, yeah. All right.
So 11 damage to him. So, like, he's freaked the hell out. Rightfully so. You just decimated his leader right in front of him, and then you turn to him. He's all alone at this point. He's really making, like, evaluating life choices and second guessing.
Take him alive or dead?
Who are you telling?
The one dude that's still alive. I can take you alive or dead.
It is his turn. He throws down his sword. Please leave me alive. You must understand. I'm just following orders like everyone else, like you.
Outstanding. Time to tie him up and gag him.
He doesn't resist because he's definitely outnumbered here. So you can easily tie him up. We're out of initiative, so you let me know what happens.
I'm using the whole 50 feet of rope on this dude. He's going to be a cocoon of rope.
Okay. It looks like a total cocoon of rope, just like bound it up all together. All right, so what do you guys? What do you ask him? What about this other scout over here? We're out of initiative.
Oh no! We're not going to ask this draconian anything. We're taking him back to the town.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to untie him.
Okay, he drops down to the ground after you untie him. He's really weak. The temporary hit points you gave him are keeping him conscious, but other than that, he looks worse for the wear, just sort of ragged breathing. He is conscious, but he's hurt.
Healing potion.
Oh, so that's 2d4 plus 2. Let's see. D4.
I can roll it if you, or that works.
So he gets 9 hit points back. So, like 5 minutes later, he feels infinitely better. He gets up and he goes and checks on his friend. He's like, oh, he's dead. The sons of bitches killed him. Why did you kill him? And the Draconian's like, not able
he will get his into town. We're here to get you guys out. We're here to get you guys out.
Let's get out of here. We have to bring his corpse. And he's like, starts like firemen.
Can I loot?
Can you loot?
Yeah, like
scavenge. All the 2 dead guys.
Well, technically 3 dead people. Because the other scout.
The acid destroyed anything that was on the K-Pack Draconian. The Baz Draconians turn to stone, and you don't find anything on their person. The Baz Draconian that's alive has a short sword, and let me look at his equipment really quick.
Should just be his 2 short swords.
It's just the short sword. It's one short sword he attacks twice with.
Oh, okay.
And that's it. So you can get in his dragon army, like sort of painted on armor, but his natural armor is better than, it's not like actual armor,
Yeah. So we're gonna get these 2 scouts and this prisoner back to the town
Awesome.
ASAP.
So it takes you a couple hours to get back to the shoreline, but again, Frank is waiting. Like he is in fact still there. So it looks like you did it. Congratulations. Who are these blokes?
These are the people we were sent to retrieve, and this one is a
Survivor, dead, hostage.
guest.
What the hell is that? Oh my!
It's ugly, yeah. You see what I'm seeing, right? Like it's the ugliest thing on this planet.
It's a monstrosity. All right, you get it on here. Let's get it. I don't want. It's not going to stink up my boat, is it?
No, it should.
Watch this. Okay.
It's no goblin,
Yeah. It's no stinky ass.
but it does look worse than some turds that they can make.
You're examining the goblin turds.
No, I'm just using that as an insult.
Nice. Okay, so you guys ultimately get him back. You bring him into the castle of Kalaman, I assume?
Yep.
The guards go and seize him and bring him down to the dungeons. Derek comes out and he congratulates you. That's so wonderful. You found these spies. Thank you so much for recovering them. We need to get them into debriefing immediately. Is there anything you need?
Or
I
arrows.
need some hot ham, a strong drink, and a bath.
Well, we can take care of all of that. Thank you all so very much for your assistance. He ends up giving you this large pouch filled with money. This is what all the clan leader, the guild leaders put together. It's an extra $100 gold for the service of bringing him back alive. He's going to have a severe amount of information available for us, and it's going to help us in the upcoming battles. We do really appreciate it. Please, you have the foreseeable, night and morning off. Get food, get yourself clean, and rest up.
I look forward to that.
Okay, that is all I had for this session. I actually expected
Outstanding.
Warriors of Krynn to last longer, of course. So
Oh yeah.
unfortunately, we just got hit a 1-2 punch by Mike Tyson.
Yeah, we did.
Not much you can do about it. It just happens sometimes, unfortunately. So yeah, next time we pick up, hopefully we'll have Yalabrand and Ulrich with us, and then we can progress further into this.
Didn't they say they were going to be up this week coming up too?
What's that?
I think Derek said that they were going to be out.
Yeah, so we let's talk offline about that.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. And ultimately, that's where we're going to end this episode. Thank you all so much for joining us for the 6th episode of the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen live play. I'd like to thank the players once again for joining me and making this an entertaining session. For those of you watching, what do you think about the adventure? Was this Warriors of Krynn as brutal to watch as it was to play? Let us know in the comments. We really appreciate your time and attention. I would like to take a moment and remind you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Ring the bell to get notified about upcoming videos and click the like button. This all goes to help other Dragonlance fans learn about this channel and its content. This channel is all about celebrating the wonderful world of the Dragonlance Saga. Thank you so much for joining in that celebration. My name is Adam with Dragonlance Saga, and until next time, Slán Javar.